us a little recap of what happened last game?
Sure, I can
Okay.
say what happened. So, the last game, we all met for the first time. Neg did a wonderful job with befriending and having a date with Linzi. Tyler was a wonderful uh, brother to have in helping getting her to be friendly with us. And he did also a wonderful job with Amari. Is that how would you say her name?
Her name was Amiri.
Amiri. Thank you. And after that, uh, we went after. I forgot the name. I'm just going this blank instead of just going ahead and.
There was, well, we talked with Lady Jamandi Eldori.
That's correct.
Or no, yeah.
Yeah, we went with.
That's good. Really
Jamandi
good. Just
Eldori.
remembering her name's really good. That's impressive.
So, yeah, I tried.
That's better than the other group.
I actually did a PDF and I didn't open it when I was trying to explain. So we went and Lady Jamandi Aldori gathered a group of adventurers. She was talking about sending a group of adventurers to the Lost Lands to conquer the land and dispute the territory south of which is south of Briboid. Then during defeat, then we met with Linzi, Valerie, Amory. We befriend them, and then after the ceremonies, we went to our room for the night, and then we were attacked by a group of assassins from the Black Tier gang, which normally they do not do this type of fighting. They are normally thugs. And they're characterized by having tear underneath their eyes. And after we defeated those first assassins, we discovered that the adventurers near us were slain in their room, and now we're trapped in the manor with the stairs closed off by a portcullis. And we were going into battle mode now. Because there was a door that goes to a garden that has a big statue of the goddess. Oh man, I forgot the name of the goddess.
Oh,
but I know
fine. That's more than that. That's more than I even expect to remember.
The goddess was
Melanie.
Sorry, the goddess was Melanie.
Yeah,
Melanie,
it's sort of like not Meliki kind of goddess. You know, it's not Maliki. We're not talking about Watsi's copyright material. It's Milani. That's what the goddess was. You do know that there are a couple of these assassins on the other side of this door because you tried to open it and be sneaky, and they fired an arrow into you. So they're clearly there. They know you're going to open the door, and they're ready an ambush for you. So that's where we left off.
And the egg is currently wounded. As a result,
you have 3 wounds. Yes.
Yeah, 3 wounds.
But you managed to light up the. Oh, sorry.
I could do a medicine check and see if you give a try healing you if you want, Meg.
Sure, that would be great because then I wouldn't have to burn a heal yet. I could save those for later because the heal spell has got range, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Scarlet suggests to close to your door completely before doing that.
I'm sorry, Talos. That's a failure, but it's not a critical failure for medicine.
Sorry.
It's 1 from a critical failure. The critical failure would actually hurt him. You try to put the bandage, but you make more bleeding come out. That's a critical failure. You tried, but unfortunately, you're not able to heal the wound that he took. So you guys have to kind of figure out what you're going to do next. You're trapped here. The portcullises have closed off all the other exits, including the exit upstairs to Linzi's room. The windows have portcullis bars that also drop down. So you're completely trapped here, and you know that there's an ambush waiting for you on the other side of the door.
Okay.
The rain just starts falling harder and harder outside, and the thunderclaps are heard in the distance with bright flashes every now and then as the lightning strikes.
Okay, so I know you sent out your familiar last time. Before you actually
Yeah.
looked at yourself, were you able to see where they were at, or were we just guessing?
Yeah. No,
he managed. Oops, sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
There's
Yeah,
some
no, you-
bushes on the other side, and you think they're probably hiding in the bushes because it's a big garden, like a magical garden.
And last game you lit it all up like I would see in dark vision because my familiar has dark vision. My familiar is
Once you open the door, it's
Jaco the owl.
the lighting effects. Once you open the door, it's all going to be lit up. But
Oh,
obviously,
okay.
because it's
Okay.
not in your line of sight, because the door's closed, you can't see it right now.
Right. Okay. I see what you're
I
saying.
can
Okay.
I can move you over momentarily so you get a fog of war, so you know what it looks
Oh.
like. There you go.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll probably move. Should I move here and open this door beside me, or actually move here, and or wherever you want me to move on either side? I will open it slowly.
You guys can position yourself however you want before combat starts. Once combat starts, we go to token lock.
Right.
Okay, so
Okay.
question. So once we open the door, they're probably gonna shoot at us again. So like, what if I like grab one of the bodies of the assassins and kind of hold it out in front of me?
Oh,
I let that take.
That's an interesting improvised action. You can go grab an assassin's body, and I'll have you roll an athletics check. We're going for an improvised action right now, because you need your athletics to see how well you can position the body in front of you as a meat shield.
Right.
Okay,
and
cool.
While you're holding the body, you can only move half speed. But if you drop the body, you have your normal speed.
Okay, cool. And it's like the moment we do this, are we jumping in the combat? Because I don't want to start anything.
Now, you have to note something else. You have a two-handed sword. So if you pick up a body, you cannot wield that sword two-handed. The best you can do is wield it one-handed. And if you have a two-handed sword, I don't think it can be wielded one-handed. So that's a limitation you got.
Okay, and let's say when I re-equip my sword, is it going to be 2 actions to re-grab it, or is it just one?
So it's a free action to drop something, and it's a free action to go from two-handed to a one-hand grip. But to go from a one-hand grip back to two-handed, that's going to charge you an action. That's part of the mechanics game balance of Pathfinder.
Okay, but like when I carry the body, am I doing like a no-hand grip then? So like, let's say I'm no-handed, and then I put both hands back on. Is that going to be 2 actions, or is that still 1 action?
You can. So if you let's say you have your weapon stowed on your back and you have the body grabbed, and you drop the body as a free action, to go from no weapon to a two-handed weapon, you only need to spend 1 action. But when you change the grip on a weapon, for instance, you release one hand on a two-handed weapon and you go back to the two-handed, that costs an action. Releasing the grip does not cost an action.
Okay, cool. I'm okay with that.
Okay,
I could do that going first. I go in first with that, and then.
So what I want you to do is pick up, roll an athletics check to see how well you can kind of position this body in front of you. That's a failure. So you don't think you have a good grip on this body. It's not going to protect you.
Okay, never mind then.
You just plop it down. Because a body weighs a lot, and you're trying to use it as a shield, so it's not easy to just walk in with a body in front of you. So these are improvised action, but the DCs I charge you for the improvised action are generally level appropriate DCs. You just rolled poorly.
Okay, cool. Well, I got if you don't want to guess where they are, instead of using it as a shield, what if we open it, right, and then I place like a body, I'll like stick its head out, let it get shot, and we see like where the angle the arrow came from, and we could see where it came. Well, guess where they are.
I like that idea.
Sounds cool to me.
Sure, you can do that.
Would that be like creative diversion?
I will take a creative diversion check, but generally creative diversion is a stealth roll if you want to roll that. But I will accept that roll for what you're suggesting. And depending on how well you roll, it might show enemy position or two.
Finally, good roll.
Oh, that is a success.
Wow.
So you managed to open the door with a head of a dead body sticking out, and immediately an arrow goes right through the skull of that dead body, and you are able to locate one of these assassins. But you're pretty sure there are more. That one assassin, I'm going to. It's right there. He's right there.
Okay. I'm willing to stealthily open a door, one of these two doors.
Oh, the
If
minute
we
you
wanna
open
get-
the door, it's initiative, so you can try to roll stealth for
Oh,
initiative.
okay.
Because the minute you open the
Oh,
door,
okay.
they're gonna be attacking. They're
I
waiting
thought-
for this door to open. So if
Okay,
you
so
roll
they're
a high
observing the
stealth,
door.
if you roll a high stealth,
Yep.
you open the door and you get your turn first before they can attack. So that's why if you roll stealth for initiative, we can start the combat with stealth for initiative.
Okay.
Before we do that, I'm just going to say that Scarlet is going to use the dueling cape as to protect herself while you guys are going to open the door, so that way she's prepared.
Okay. Yep. All right, so can I open this door from the position I'm down here?
Sure. That should be
Okay. Now, earlier I did... Hold on. Oh, that's why. Okay, here it goes. Opening. Got it. There we are. Okay.
So what we got to do is roll initiative now.
Okay. And I was trying to do that stealthily, so you're saying my initiative would be stealth.
Yeah, you can use stealth for initiative.
Okay.
Well, you all can if you want.
Not too bad. So I got a 21 for initiative.
Well, Scarlet, you are first in. You go first. So because you won initiative, you know the position of one of these guys from before. So I'll show them to you. And you get
Perfect.
to take your turn first.
Okay, I'm going to stride.
Token lock is on.
Thank you. I was like, wait, the token line's not on.
As you walk over there, another one shows his face to you. You can't now. You can't walk over there. So I'm gonna leave you where you are for now because once you go in there, you have to go into the stream, which means you have to use an athletics check to swim. Do you want to go through the stream, or are you trying to go through the bridge?
No, I'll go to the bridge.
Okay, so you used 10 feet so far. And
Thank
now
you.
you see two of them because this one down below was not trying to hide.
Okay, question with the tumble through. Would I be able to tumble through that one?
Yeah, you can
Or-
you can end up right against that wall if you want.
Okay, I think I'm going to try to do that.
Go ahead and roll your tumble through, your acrobatics. I believe you scored, no, not a critical. You scored a regular success for a tumble through. So you're going to end up here. This is an awkward place, but let me... No, you can't see if I put you there. You're not flanked. You're just against that wall.
Okay. Either way, it probably doesn't hurt her that much because she's small.
Yeah, it won't let me put you in that spot because it'll block your sight. So you're there, but you're not flanked. You're actually in that square next to below.
Okay,
let me
perfect.
put you right there. That's 2 actions for you. You have panache from the tumble through.
Okay. I am going to try and do a finisher to the one in front of me that I just have click.
Good one.
Click yes to all when that pop-up comes.
Heavy damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Yay!
All right, that is your turn. Now it's Cutthroat number 2's turn.
Oh, wait, before he goes, I actually had initiative 21, but because I rolled stealth, it didn't show up in the combat tracker.
Oh, you have to roll stealth. Oh, that's a problem. We can't. I'm not gonna renege the turn. I'm gonna give you an initiative of 17, so you can go next. Because,
Okay.
The problem is we already took a turn, so that's an issue. So I'll give you initiative of 17. So that way you can have your turn now. There's a way to do it. You know, in your character sheet, there's that area that says stealth under perception for initiative.
Oh, okay. I looked at that. Let me see that. Oh, okay.
And on top of that,
Yep.
if there's situations where you're not even rolling stealth or perception, you can add your own number in that empty box.
Okay, cool. Now I got it.
Yeah, so
I didn't see that. I just rolled stealth because I looked there, I saw that, but I didn't understand it. Okay. If I go, I want to go here and then out to there.
So as you
can I hide it?
Since because you beat everybody in initiative, they are off guard to you because you're stealth.
Oh, okay.
They don't even know you're there yet until you act.
So from this bush, I'm going to fire. Can I fire at either one? I guess do they get cover from me if I for instance? Okay, let's just say I fire. Hold on, this one here.
I would give him light cover from the bridge.
Okay, what about this one here?
The same thing, light cover from the bush.
Okay. I think, probably better for me to kill the dead one. I mean, the almost dead one. The dead one. All right, I will fire at this with my my needle darts. So, this is going to be fun. Oh, good. It opened up now. That's good. So, here is my attack. Probably misses him.
That's a miss.
Okay. That, I believe, is all I can do because I have my shield raised, and I would not be able to use my crossbow. So, there you go. I'm going to move on.
Needle darts is 2 actions, so that's the end of your turn.
Yeah,
all right, it's this one's turn. This one is attacking Scarlet. He's going to attack you once with a dagger. See if he can hit you. He misses. He's going to try a second time with a dagger to see if he can hit you. Misses a second time because it's a multi-attack penalty. In this case, he's going to make some distance. He's going to move over here. Now we get a Cutthroat that pops out of the bushes, and because you beat him in initiative, he is not stealth to you. So he's going to come right up to you and try to slash you with his dagger.
Nasty guy.
He misses you with his dagger. So he's going to step back and make some distance. And then finally, well, not finally, we got this guy. This guy has, he's the one that Scarlet just attacked. He's going to try to attack you back.
Oh my god.
No. Oh no, that's no good. He's getting revenge for what you did to him.
Darn.
Oh no.
He does 9 points of damage, and he's on a high because he just critted you, so he's going to try again.
Oh boy, he's nasty.
But his
he misses.
Second attempt was pathetic, so he's going to make some distance. Talos, you're up.
Okay, quick question. If I got a healing potion, am I able to feed it to somebody else, or is that like I could just what do you think, or like just the action to give it them?
If they're on the ground, you can use an action to feed it to them. If they are conscious, obviously it's awkward. So what you would do is you can give it to him. But
Okay,
that'll cost you an action to give it to him. So it may not be worth it doing that.
You're probably best to attack. I'll use a spell to heal Scarlet.
And we'll
this
say,
would be a good time
you know what? Just
spell.
for simplicity, I'll say this door was open too, because technically you use an action to open that door, and that's I don't want to punish you that way. And
Okay, cool.
You're in between squares too.
Oh my bad. I'll say I'm off the top one. I'm gonna sudden charge down to the guy.
Which
cutthroat?
Go ahead.
Let's cut you on the bridge.
Okay.
Cool. Then go for a strike on him. Okay, so where do you attack for the first attack again? Sorry.
You control target him, and then if you look in your actions tab, you pick the weapon you want to attack with, and then you click the first number because it's your first attack.
Cool. Thank you.
Tens a miss.
Okay, cool.
So
So I'm gonna go
that
for
was
a
your
strike
sudden charge, so you still have a third action.
Okay, cool. And I forgot to do this earlier, but I'm also gonna rage.
Raging was with initiative, but yeah, you do have to declare it with initiative.
So rage now works as a type of initiative instead of an action.
Yeah, they buffed the swashbuckler, the barbarian. They buffed all the melee classes with a remaster. Your second attack, because of multi-attack penalty, did not hit.
Damn.
Multi-attack penalty is tough to pull off. It's very punishing. All right, that's your three actions. Yeah, that's your three actions. You sudden charged, and then you did a third attack. I mean, a second attack. Now we got the third cutthroat. He pops out of the bushes. He doesn't have the jump on anybody because he didn't beat you in initiative with his stealth. He gets over to the bridge. That's his first action. His second action is he takes cover in the bridge, turning light cover into regular cover, which gives him a +2 to his AC. And he takes out his crossbow and shoots at Neg.
Oh boy. Can he see me? Because I actually stealthed up there.
He can see you
Into
because the minute you took an action, your stealth is done.
Okay. Do I get any cover from the bush at all?
You know what? I will give you light cover from the bush.
Okay.
That makes sense. I'll give you light
Cool.
cover. You can take cover to increase the degree of cover.
Yeah, but I didn't do that because I was trying to make a shot. So, but yeah, I would get a light cover then. Okay. That will miss for sure.
That's his three actions. He ran, took cover, and make a shot. Scarlet, you're up again.
Okay. Checking something very quick. John, would it be worth it if I took the elixir of life, or do you think that'll be too
that's
much?
a choice you make. I don't tell you if it's worth drinking a potion or not. But it is your
Well,
it's a resource using a healing potion.
if you can get to the cutthroat on the bridge and kill him, I will be able to get beside you and heal you and still take a shot at another another one of the foes, another one of these cutthroats.
Okay, perfect. Then I'm just then going to do fascination on the one that there's almost dying.
Go roll your performance.
Oops, that's not what I wanted to do.
He's not immune to fascination. I don't know why it says that.
No, it's because I by accident clicked the wrong thing. There it goes.
Let me see. 16's a regular success. He's fascinated.
Okay, perfect. Then I am going to move there.
Now he is off guard to you two.
Perfect, then...
So when you attack him, click that off guard button you see on the bottom of your screen with the modifiers, that off G button. Click that before you roll your attack on him, and it should automatically do it.
Good.
Okay,
I believe you only hit him because he's off guard. Otherwise, I think you would have missed.
Wow, that is a lot of damage.
There you go. He's gone.
Yay! You see that Scarlet does a little twirl right there.
You didn't even need to waste your finisher on him. He had 1 hit point. Okay, that's it. That's it for your turn, and Neg, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to move to here.
You can't. That's occupying. Actually, if you're moving through it, you can go.
I'm moving through, to here. Okay. And then I'll be able to heal Scarlet. So I will heal Scarlet with... Let me get to my...
So your healing spell, we'll just go over the heal spell very quickly. The heal spell is a spell where you have 3 options to cast it. If you use 1 action, you can heal just a D8. To a touch, to anything in touch range. If you use 2 actions, you now have a range of 30 feet, and you do D8 plus 8. If you use 3 actions, you explode in a 30-foot burst of healing that heals every living creature. The most valuable way to do it is usually the 2 action because you get the most bang for your buck.
But in this case, I'm still wounded as well.
Yes, but you have to think about a 30-foot emanation. I'm going to show you what it looks like.
Oh, it'll heal them too. But they're not damaged yet.
No, they're not. But I'll just so you know.
Okay.
A 30-foot emanation is really big.
Okay.
Let me drag one out so you can see. It's actually really, really big. So it would look like this. Oh no, this is 15-foot emanation. What am I doing? No, that's 10-foot emanation. Sorry about that. Because you have to be familiar with how these Pathfinder spells are shaped.
Cool. Yeah, I didn't know it was shaped like that. I mean, Pathfinder 1, I think it's shaped like that, but it's been a while. Cool. So it is going to be... Do they have it in targeting? I'm going to take a look.
When you do emanation, what you do is pretend you're walking to a target, and if you can get there within walking distance, it's within the emanation.
Okay.
So everybody's going to receive the heal spell, but you guys know that these other 3 have not even been damaged, so it won't do anything.
Yeah.
So the best way to do it is select all 3 of you, and then click the effect. Oh, you can't do a 3-action heal. You already wasted an action walking down here.
Oh, that's an action to walk. Oh, movement's not free. Right, okay.
I forgot about that. No, you can't do a 3-action on this turn.
Best to do a 2 then, because a 2 has a better chance of...
Well, 2 gives you the most bang for your buck because you're using a spell slot.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, because I am using a spell slot. Here we go. So I target, and here we go with the heal. Oh, look at that!
And that brings
16.
her up to full.
Full health. Excellent.
But that's all three
Okay.
of your actions. Now we get this
Yeah,
cutthroat
that's okay.
over here. This cutthroat's going to come down, and he's going to try to attack you. He's going after Scarlet. He misses, and then he makes some distance. This cutthroat over here, he takes cover. So he now goes from light cover to regular cover. And he's going to aim a crossbow at Talos. He misses, third action, reloads his crossbow. Talos, you're up.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna just set in charge across the bridge.
Oh, you can't actually go there. There's no place to stand in.
Okay. I'm able to cross that way, or would I have to tumble through him?
You don't have to tumble through him. You can go around that.
Alright, and I'm gonna use that was sudden strike, so I'm gonna get attack off.
Yeah, that's 2 actions for 2 runs and an attack. You did not have him targeted, but a 20 is a hit. So you can target him now and roll the damage. Eight is enough to kill him.
Wow.
You still have 1 action left because a sudden charge is only 2 actions.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna just walk up to this guy with the last of my actions. So just well, actually. I'm gonna just walk up here just so I don't block Scarlet when she goes in.
Very good. And now we have Cutthroat 1's turn. Now that you're in threat range, Cutthroat number 1 is going to get over around you over here. Setting up a flank for his friend, and he's going to attack you with his dagger. That one's going to get you. 5 points of damage, and he's going to attack with a multi-attack penalty a second time with the dagger. Oh boy!
Oh,
that's a good
Attacks
roll.
you again. When sometimes the enemies start rolling well, and then you're in trouble. That's 5 points of damage. Now you're in big trouble because Oh well, Scarlet's up now, so maybe she can turn this around. Because he's setting up a flank for his friend.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about ways. Actually, if I move in front of the one that it's in the bridge, he cannot pass through me, or he
has to tumble through you.
Okay.
If you block him, he can still get through you, but he has to check against your fortitude.
Actually, let me check something. I think I have something that I could use that, British. Grasping reach. Doesn't reach. Can I use grasping reach for this?
What is that?
So can I? Okay, I'm just going to. Did it send?
No.
No. Okay.
Yeah. What kind of skill is that?
Okay, it's a Lishi ancestry feat. It's called. What it does is that you can extend as tangle of vines or tendril to support your arms and extend your reach. When you wield a melee weapon that requires two hands, doesn't have a reach, and at least deal 1d. Well, it's two-handed, so that's not.
Okay, I just looked it up. I'm reading it now. You can extend a tangle of vines or tendrils to support your arms and extend your reach. When you wield a melee weapon that requires two hands. Yeah, you don't have a melee weapon with two hands.
No, forget that. I thought that I could use it so
and
that I could.
It only extends
with...
10 feet, so that's not far enough. Because 10 feet is like this.
Yeah, what I was going to do is was going to try to move here, so it would have been 10 feet.
It looks like you have to have a two-handed weapon.
Yeah, I just got what I was reading. Okay, ignore that. Oh.
Okay, so this is two moves if you move there, because if you plan it out, it's 5, and then 10, and then remember a second diagonal will bring 10 up to 20, and then this is 25. So if you move all the way up there, this is 2 strides.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
I prefer to help my teammates than take one for the team, and then I'm going to try to fascinate the one then in front of me to try to gain panache.
You fail to fascinate him. You get panache only for your turn, but your turn's gonna be over.
Yeah, it's okay, but it's good to do this.
You're up, Nick.
Yep. Well, I could fire from here, but I'm better to get the one that's flanking already. Talos, because that one I think I can get.
Nobody's flanking Talos anymore because Scarlet blocked the flank.
Oh yeah, no, but I meant diagonal to him. Okay,
okay.
Wolf 10, 15.
He's 40 feet away. The guy that. Okay, so if you move over there.
So if I move there, then I can hit him. I can get him with my spell. He's not going to have any cover from what I can see.
No cover.
Terrific. Then I am going to hit him with my what else? My needle darts. But maybe this time I'll actually hit him. Oh yes, I hit him.
Woohoo!
Finally. Okay, and this does this amount of damage. 9 damage and 1 persistent wound.
No, it doesn't matter. He's dead.
Okay, good.
He can't survive 9 points of damage.
I will stay behind that bush because I'm so bold. That's it. I'm passing my turn.
We got one cutthroat left, and he fights to the death. He comes up to you. He realizes all is lost, and he's just going to try to do as much damage as possible. Slashes at you with a dagger. Why were 2 dice rolled? I'm sorry. The second attack doesn't count because this is his second attack, multi-attack penalty. Why is it rolling twice?
Good question. Well, light can sometimes.
It doesn't matter. They both missed, so that's the end of his turn.
Yeah,
weird. You know why? It's because he had both of you targeted. I'm an idiot. Okay, go. It's your turn.
Oh, okay. Talos can put him to shame. Or no, let's
go, Talos, go. Or revive yourself.
Walk down here, and I'm assuming I'm gonna have to tumble through him because I can't be in the same spot.
Yeah, so if you fail a tumble through, you're gonna be right back where you started because you can't occupy the same space as Scarlet.
Okay, but I don't think I have any other option here, so I'm just go for that. It's acrobatics, right?
Yeah, acrobatics against his fortitude.
It's also in the activity if you want to look for it.
Oh no, that's not it.
That's yeah. You're untrained in acrobatics, so no. You attempt to tumble through and you fail.
Okay.
Technically, that was 2 actions, but I only charge you 1 for that because I don't think you knew that you were untrained in acrobatics.
No, I did not. Actually, I have a sling, but is it an action to switch to my sling?
Yes, it is. So this is how it does with weapon swapping. In the past, it was horrible because you have to use 2 actions, 1 to put your weapon away, 1 to take it out. So you can use 1 action in the remaster to switch from one weapon to another instantaneously.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna go for a sling attack then.
Okay, so you do 1 action to do a weapon swap and the last action to attack. You crit him with your sling, but you don't have him targeted. So no, just roll. Target him. Click on crit damage.
Excellent.
In the modifier box, and then roll your damage.
There we go.
Cool.
That put him away.
That's a lot of damage.
Wow, I'm thinking of that scene of Goliath killing the Cyclops or the
Except
giant.
Talus is more the Goliath than this guy.
Yeah.
All right, you guys did a good job. You did take a couple of pretty big scrapes. Talos took a lot of damage on that one, but you overall did a pretty good job taking out these 4 guys. So now, now that these guys drop to the ground, they once again, you take a look at them. They are the same, more of those black tier thugs. You take a look around this room that you're in. It's a large indoor garden that resembles a tropical paradise. There's lush plants and flowering vines from all across Galarian. There's vines hanging on the walls. There's a slow-moving stream that bisects this room. And you notice that there has to be some sort of magic involved because the streams seem to come out of the wall and go into the wall. The statue is the elven goddess Melanie. She is the patron goddess of Jamandi Eldori.
Would my lore rivers be able to tell me anything about how this stream can be this way?
I will accept a lore rivers roll.
Okay.
But the DC is pretty high.
Okay. Well, I have got a pretty good score in lore rivers. Let's just see what I can do. Ooh, 19. It's probably not high.
That's a failure. It's not high enough.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. After looking at that, I do search the bodies that were over here. Is there anything valuable on them?
The bodies have the same loot as all the other bodies.
Okay. It was pretty mundane.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to open a party sheet because I got to give you experience points for defeating these thugs.
Okay.
You get 80 experience points for killing these guys.
Woohoo!
And the loot that they have is the same as the other guys. They have leather armor, they have daggers, they have these hand crossbows, and some crossbow bolts.
Oh, I would take more crossbow bolts if they're up. Because I do have a crossbow.
You collect 8 additional crossbow bolts.
Oh, cool. I'm going to manually add it onto my sheet.
That's fine because the ammo is it can be a pain sitting there managing it.
Oh, you know what? It might not let me do that. Let me see if I can.
I'm gonna dish out some experience right here.
Talos, do you still have the healing potion?
Yeah, I can take the healing potion if you guys want, because I think it hasn't been an hour, so I can't medicine check myself again. Because I think, at the end of the last fight, I did a medicine check on myself.
Oh, you can medicine check yourself again, but there's a refractory period. I believe it's an hour, I believe.
Oh,
okay, I just wasn't sure if it's been an hour, because I think at the end of the last combat in the building, I did medicine check myself.
I am going to close my sheet and try and open it again because it's locked. I can't do anything with it.
Why is it?
Does everybody have a healing potion?
Who knows why it's like that?
All right, so this is the treat wounds activity. You have to spend 10 when you're not in combat. You spend 10 minutes treating the wounds. The DC is 15. and based on the circumstance, it could be higher or lower. Normally, it's just 15. And also, if you succeed on check, you can continue treating for additional healing too.
I see what the problem. I think I see what the problem is. I for some reason couldn't select my sheet when I came in, and I see I have Chronovins up on your screen, but also Neglinarli. And Neglinarli is showing as sleeping, and if I click him, I don't get my sheet. So maybe his ownership has to be cleared, and I need to get him back.
I've cleared
Or
his
can I?
I cleared his ownership. Tried to, for some
Okay,
reason, nobody was owning him, so I cleared the ownership. Try to take control again.
I can't see him yet. He's not in the selection.
Are you controlling him right now?
I had a sheet open. It opened up automatically,
Yeah,
but I couldn't.
I just
I couldn't
cleared
do
his
anything.
ownership. He previously had. It looked like he had nobody owning him, so I just cleared his
Yeah.
ownership. Wait until he pops back up on a character selection. It might take a little minute. It may take a minute.
Yep. Could be that I'm lagging out here or something.
So you can. The refractory period is 1 hour. So once you attempt a treat wounds check, pass or fail, you can't do it for another hour. However, if you do succeed on a treat wounds check, you can, without another roll, you can continue treating.
Can I ask you something, John? Yeah. Can I aid her if she decides to do treat
Yeah,
wounds?
Of course you can.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna treat wounds myself.
You got.
And
Yeah, so you guys can say we're gonna wait an hour so I can do a treat wounds again. That's fine with me.
Okay.
Unless there's an obvious rush going on, if you want to take an extra hour, generally it's not a big deal. But in some circumstances when time is of the essence, taking an extra hour might put you at a big disadvantage. So right now we're out of combat. So when we're out of combat and he's spending time to do his treat wounds, you two can do other exploration activities that you want to do. For instance, if you have a magical item you want to identify, you can use identify magic. You can do seek. Okay. You can do, there's all the exploration activities. Or you can refocus your focus spell, but you haven't used it yet. I think no, you did. You did phase familiar. So you did use your focus spell, so you can refocus it. It takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm going to do that, but I think I need to. I'm not seeing Neg come up on the character sheet, so I'm going to log out and log back in. I think that's what I'm going to need to do. Somehow I'm all lagged out or something. I don't know. So return to launcher.
Hey, Scarlet, you said you're going to help with the medicine check, but if you are, how does that work in this game?
Yeah, can you help us a little bit, understand a little bit of aid while he does that?
All right,
John.
Okay, let's go over the aid action. This is another activity. I will bring this up. I'll put it in the chat so you can click on it and see how it works. There you go. So the way aid works is that one person does a check to see if that person gives a bonus to another person doing another check. Now, the way you can make it work the best is that you want to role play a way where you're aiding him using a skill that you're good at. So if you're not good at a medicine skill and you try to aid him, you might crit fail and actually drop his bonus. So if there's a skill you're very good at, you can try to find a role playing way to say, I'm gonna do this to aid Talos on his medicine check. In combat, it works the same way, but it costs an action to attempt an aid. And once you attempt an aid, it becomes a reaction on somebody else's turn.
Okay. I'm thinking. Well, I have a +4 in medicine.
Okay, so if you want to try to use the medicine check, if you're confident that you can get a success on the medicine check, then you can try a aid with your medicine check.
Okay, I'm going to try that.
But it would also probably be more effective if he tried to heal himself and then you tried to do a medicine check to heal him also. You see what I mean?
Oh, but what would happen if he fails? Then that means that we cannot use medicine check until another hour, right?
Yeah, if you attempt a medicine check, you can't do it again for another hour. But if you attempt it and you succeed, you can continue doing medicine checks for an entire hour.
All right, there we go. Okay, everything's good now.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Some reason it auto logged me to that sheet, and that's probably the script errors too. Probably the script errors. Yeah. Yep. I've got my edit button there now.
Okay, great. So the problem is you didn't have control of your character for whatever reason.
Yeah. And
I love Fantasy
in
Grounds.
fact,
I love Fantasy Grounds.
yeah.
Just
Well,
keep
I know that
meditating.
importing, sometimes importing characters does cause problems in that ownership doesn't get written to the database record, but I don't think that's the case because I'm fine now. So,
Talos, that is a successful check on your medicine, so you may roll the heal on yourself.
cool.
Okay, can I try and do another medicine check on her?
Well, do you want to do another medicine check on Talos, you mean? Yes, you can immediately
Yes.
after he does it.
Okay, perfect.
Didn't I give you guys an extra healer's kit?
Yes, that's
Okay, so
why
you can
I
do it at the same time he's doing it.
Okay, perfect.
There you go. You'll need more than that.
Let me just go ahead and tell.
I don't think you targeted yourself because I see the same wound. Or is it the same wound? I see 7. I think you had 7. And you...
Yeah, you didn't target yourself with that heal. I'll bring your hit points back down to 3.
Oh shoot, sorry about that.
That's a regular failure, not a crit failure. You don't hurt him, so that's good. I brought your wounds down to 4.
I still have 3 wounds, but I think I can survive.
Talos has 4 wounds, but he has 22 hit points. He's a barbarian, so he's pretty tanky and beefy. It's a little bit of a scrape, but he's not in bad shape.
Yeah, also when I rage, I gain like 3 temp HP, so like next combat I'm gonna have like 21 health.
Oh wow, that's a lot. Then Neg, let's try to heal you because it's only for her that she has 1 hour to wait.
Oh, okay. Sure, if you could, that'd be great.
While you're doing it, could I just like see if there's any traps or see like where if like anywhere to indicate
what
where the
I want you to do is a perception check. You're taking the seek action.
Oh, there you go. Excellent.
That's just enough for squeezing out a success.
Excellent.
And that would be the 2 dice of the 2 dice of 8,
2d8,
right?
yeah. Talos, roll a perception check.
Whoa.
Okay, cool. I'm just looking for my perception. Could I just roll like perception initiative?
Killed many times over.
It's not initiative. It's a perception check. If you roll initiative, what happens is you put yourself into the initiative tracker, which is fine. But you know, you gotta redo it when we actually go into initiative.
Right. Okay.
Carlos, what?
My perception.
Talos, what you're doing is you're editing your name.
Oh,
I keep seeing
I see your
name movie. I'm like,
oh yeah, the name's gone.
Yeah, he's editing his name. That's why. So go to the skills.
Okay.
You have that box clicked, and you keep editing your name, I think.
My bad. I pushed to talk on, and I have it on.
Yeah.
And I guess.
Well, if you do push to talk, the best thing to do is set it at some weird key that's not going to mess up whatever you're playing.
I put it on control.
If you make it spacebar, it's problematic. So if you go to your skills, perceptions inside there. Also, if you roll initiative perception on your character sheet, it puts you in initiative. That's the issue. 11 is a failure. You kind of take a look around. You don't see anything that outstanding.
I'll try and perceive things too.
You can do a perception too.
I'm going to try to.
I'm not very good at perception. No.
You likewise fail.
There we go.
Scarlet did a 24. 24 is a success. Behind that statue, you find a little. You notice that there's a mound of dirt that doesn't have grass growing on it, meaning something's buried there. Let me take token lock off.
Nice, guys. I think there's something here, and let me see. Let me see if I prepare for this. Well, while I don't have a pail, I do have a crowbar, so I'll start.
You can dig it out with your hands. It's not buried very deep. It's very loose dirt, and you dig it out with your hands or leaves or whatever, and it's a treasure box.
Does somebody have stealth? Does somebody have the ability to check if there's any traps on this?
Yep, I have thievery. I'd be willing to try that.
Sure, you can use a thievery to check for traps.
I go to you and give it to you.
I will test it as far away as I can, but I know I can't do it far. Here we go. Oh, that was right on the edge of an 8 and a 20. That's
you're
nasty.
You're unsure if there's any traps on this treasure box. There's no lock on the treasure box, however.
Oh, well, I need to. Oh, really?
Yeah, but you can't tell if this trap is full of toxic gas or something. You don't know. Maybe needles fly out when you open the box.
Right. Is it possible that is a hidden lock on it? Like, could I use something to try and discern whether or not there's a concealed lock somewhere on this thing?
That roll is for the mechanism of the box and whether there's traps, and you don't detect anything that appears to be any secret mechanism or traps or even a lock on this box. This box appears
this thing might
open. It is a very ornate looking box.
Okay, cool. It just opens. Of course, I was thinking it had to have a key.
No, it's not. It's not a locked box. It's just a fancy looking keepsake kind of box, but it's fairly big. It's kind of it's like the size of a small chest.
Okay. Well, one thing I probably want to do though is why would I not detect magic on it? Just in case. I don't know if it's magical or not.
Yeah,
can I do that?
You can roll a Arcana for detect magic.
Oh, Arcana, I have a detect magic cantrip.
Oh, you do?
Can I?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I can.
Because I was thinking identify magic. Yeah, if you cast the detect magic cantrip, you sense magic. Unfortunately, they nerfed that cantrip, so all I can tell you is you sense magic.
Oh, it is magic. Okay, is there something magical about it? I say to everybody.
But honestly, you don't know if the magic is coming from the chest or coming from the river or coming from this room in general or coming from the statue. It no longer it's become a nearly useless spell at this point. It used to localize and tell you the school and all. Now it doesn't. Just tells you if there's magic or not.
Do we want to be brave and I will open it, or could we play it safe and I could have my shadow owl familiar, my shadow owl named Jaco, he could open it.
So you guys can step far away and have your little familiar fly over there, and your familiar opens the treasure box. Nothing happens. You see.
Good.
You see through the eyes of your familiar that there are a whole bunch of magical potions inside the treasure box.
Woo! That's exciting. Oh boy, I hop up and down on my big hairy hobbity feet, halfling feet.
Oh, I don't think you can see that. I have to share it like this. The only thing I've identified for you is the healing potion, because it is so common that you know exactly what a healing potion looks like. So you know that there's 4 healing potions in this. There's 2 other magical potions that you're not sure what they do, and there appears to be a fancy-looking key inside the box as well.
Oh wow!
Yeah, this is a big. You guys really found a big box of loot here.
What? And I'm taking it that my Arcana skill is probably not going to be enough to identify what those magical potions are. In order to identify them, you have to use the identify magic skill. That's another. Okay. Oh.
Yeah. We hold on. It's an activity.
Well, okay, good. I didn't see that.
Identify magic arcana is the activity that you'd have to use to identify these.
I see it. Perfect. I'm going to roll it.
But this is an exploration one, and you have to spend
okay.
10 minutes on each of these
Okay.
potions. Would you like to do
Right.
that?
Good point. It's up to the party if they're willing to be patient enough. Scarlet and
I
Talos. Yeah.
Scarlett says that she doesn't mind. She already took 1 hour, so she can wait more.
Yeah, we're already here.
Okay.
Might as well. Plus, we don't really have a direction anyway, so we don't really know where to go from here right away.
Well,
Okay.
we only know that we have to go upstairs to find Lindsay, and probably
Okay.
John Marndi is
Go ahead
upstairs.
and roll your identify magic.
Okay.
I will
I'm
give you
doing
the
it.
lower DC potion first. Unfortunately, that's a failure on that potion. You spend 10 minutes,
Okay.
and you don't have the skill quite to really identify what this potion does.
I will burn my hero point to try and figure out what it is.
Okay, roll it again.
Do I think that it's really beyond my capability at all, or
No,
did I
you don't
just
think
not...
if it were truly beyond your capability, I would tell you you have to be a master to do it. It's
Oh,
not
okay.
beyond your capability, but you realize once you've tried once that this is a really potent magical potion. You're not, you
Okay.
know, you have to be really lucky to really discern its properties. This is a potion that you look at it, the bottle, it looks like tea. You know, like a brewed tea with a little tea leaves inside. That's what it looks like, but it's glimmering with some sort of magical energy.
So I get down on my knees. I hold the potion bottle in front and close my eyes, and sweat begins to form on my brow. But I think as hard as I can, and I do this.
20 is a success. You've identified
Whoa!
a bark skin potion.
Ooh, a bark skin potion. Ooh, those are good. And I guess I could still attempt. It'd take 10 more minutes for me to do the other one.
Yeah, you can attempt the other one. The other one looks like it's a kind of a reddish, pinkish, clear liquid. That's what it looks like.
Very nice. Okay, I'll try the other one too, but although I won't be able to try it a second time, it's always worth it. As long as we're willing to wait 10 more minutes. Just 10 more minutes only. It'll only take me 10. And I get down and close my eyes and start sweating, and I do this.
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
The other one, you realize this potion's very powerful. It's powerful magic inside. You think that you're going to have to really spend some time with this thing to figure out how it works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this entire loot box into the party inventory sheet, and you can transfer this stuff into your own inventories as you see fit.
I think everybody should get 1 potion since there's 4.
There are 5 healing potions because you already had one from before.
Right. Oh, yeah. I would take at least 1 healing potion. Because,
I already got 1 too.
Bark skin, I don't know if I can use. I'd have to look at its description.
No. Well, the thing about bark skin is that it is a magical potion, so you don't have to cast this spell. You drink it, and the spell happens.
But I was thinking, because I don't really have armor. The only armor I have is my shield. If I remember correctly,
so
yeah.
Not only is it a bark skin, it's a level 2 bark skin. It's an upcast bark skin. So when you drink it, what happens is your resistances go up to +4.
Ooh, your resistances. Ooh, well, that's different then. That might be that. I thought it was it would affect armor class, but that's
it's a
different
little
than
bit
someone else.
No. It doesn't affect armor class, but even better, the target, a level 1 bark skin gives you resistance 2 to bludgeoning and piercing damage. However, because your skin turns into bark, you get weakness 3 to fire. Now, if you have a level 2, then you have resistance 4 to bludgeoning piercing, meaning 4 points of bludgeoning and piercing damage that you take is nullified per attack. However, your weakness to fire goes to 6, meaning every time you take an instance of fire damage, you take 6 additional damage. So there's a definite downside to drinking this potion as well. If you think you're going to be burning, you don't want to be drinking this thing.
Yeah. Well, it also sounds like it's going to be better for somebody who's going to be right up front getting hit.
Yeah,
And needing damage reduced.
and not getting burned. Not
Right.
fighting a fire.
Yeah.
You don't want to fight a fire elemental when your skin has turned to bark.
Like, Scarlet looks at it and she's like, "No, thank you. I'm already plant. Like, I don't need more fire, immunization against
If
me."
you already have fire weakness, it doesn't stack. You just take the highest amount.
Thank God that I don't have that, but I'm a plant and she has fire.
So, yeah, it
I mean,
sounds. But
Another thing I want to point out is that the bark skin potion is worth 15 gold pieces, which is a lot of money in Pathfinder.
yeah, it is. Yep.
I mean, we could leave it there just in case we need it for a special occasion.
yeah, we can.
Yeah, you gotta you gotta use your you gotta use your critical thinking skills to say when's the best time to drink it. Especially if you're planning on taking some piercing or bludgeoning damage, it's a great time to drink it. But if you're possibly taking fire damage, you might not want to be drinking it. Because
Did you guys already took
quite really literally kill you at your level if you take fire damage with that.
Oh, I can imagine fighting a fire element or something like that, and by coincidence you forget that fire damage, that fire weakness.
But you're not expected to fight a fire elemental at level 1, but there are enemies at level 1 that can do fire damage as well, like fire imps and stuff like that. All right, you guys did a great job. You found the secret treasure in this room.
Yeah, that's cool. Very cool.
Yes, it is. Good job, everybody. And you see the Scarlet like twirling around and dancing.
Yeah.
The only exit out of this room, besides the exit that you came through, is another door on the southwestern edge of the room. This door's wooden, does not have a lock.
Could you reshare the map? Because, of course, as I logged in, I didn't get it. And you can no longer click your portrait to get the map, or can you? Let me just...
You should be able to.
Maybe he can't, because remember, he couldn't have access to Neg Dinali.
Well, he has it now, so he should be able to.
But it just popped up.
Yeah, I shared it.
So you must... Yeah. I don't know. I tried clicking my portrait. I tried clicking my character sheet portrait. That, of course, just brings up the new window, the picture, the tokens and pictures, right? Yeah. Portraits and tokens. But yeah, it wouldn't pop up.
That's okay. It's up now, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
I can see it. Cool. So the door is the one where I am right here.
Yeah, that appears to be the only door through this room, besides the door you came through.
I would like to crack it using stealth. Just open it slightly, or anyone else who has
no roll necessary. You crack the door open. I don't make. Sometimes I just say no roll necessary. So because there's nothing on the other side, you crack the door open. But you still see something horrible. The minute the door opens, blood starts just pouring through the door, and you realize in horror as you look on the other side of the door, it opens up to a hallway, and there are 6 bloody corpses of guards just strewn all over the place, stabbed in various forms. There are 3 corpses of those black cloaked assassins as well. So there was a big fight here. There's a lot of sprawling combat. There's marks on the floor from weapons.
I say, it's a horrible sight. Blood everywhere. Death, dead bodies. But we must look at the bright side. Loot all around.
You hear a voice muffled coming from somewhere beyond this door. Here's like a deep, gravelly voice. I can't see no more. Where you at, you little bitch? I smash your eyes good. I eat you. I skin you alive. I will cook you. I will rip you limb to limb when I find you. But you don't see where this voice is coming from. It sounds like it's muffled and from behind a door somewhere.
And there are doors indeed. I see 2 doors.
You can do a perception check.
Okay.
To listen.
Yep.
To listen and hear if you can localize where this noise
Perfect.
is coming from.
I will try perception.
Do all of us hear it, or just Ned?
That's not a success. So you can't tell. You know it's there. Yeah, you all hear it, but it's muffled and you can't localize what room it's coming from.
Well, I can stand a little bit aside if someone wants to get in there and just in the door and try an intense listening.
Yeah, I'll give it a try.
Neg is not the most perceptive person in the world. Ooh, there you
go. The 22 is a success. 11 is also a failure. You do hear that. You hear not only that gravelly voice, but you hear sprawling. You hear things being dropped and pushed over, furniture being crashing back and forth. It's coming from this door here.
Okay,
whatever's causing this noise is behind that door.
It seems like there's some fighting going on beyond that door.
Oh boy.
You guys want to go and help them? Hopefully it's somebody we can help.
Yeah, I said we surprised them.
I can't see. How dare you, you little squirt. I'm going to ring you. I'm going to use my 2 hands and just twist your head off, and I'm going to eat your insides.
Wow.
So you see some really violent talk coming from the voice is booming loud. It's you're kind of cannot be coming from any natural person.
Oh, the lighting is bright light in here.
I think one of you has a light cantrip on. That's why it's something bright light.
Oh, right, yeah.
It's well,
that's right.
Actually, there are some sconces on the wall that's kind of offering light in this room, so it's not a problem.
Okay.
I think you have a light. I think you cast your light cantrip on Scarlet.
Yeah.
Yeah, on my weapon. I look at Nick. Do you want me to keep having the Chinese sword on me?
It's fine with me. I'll just sort of hang back here. Or move further up the hall. I'm really nervous about that. What's behind that door? That sounds scary.
Yeah, how do you want to approach this? Clearly whatever's happened is behind this door.
Well, he's very highly alerted and aggressive, so I don't think I could probably go up there and stealthily open it a crack, right, to try and see in.
You can try whatever you like. You're not sure what's going to happen until you try it, of course.
If you're going to do that, I'm going to move a little bit back so that I don't bring light inside of the room, because for what we could hear, he cannot see. So I don't know if it's because the room is dark or if it's because... Actually, can we throw a perception to see if we can see light underneath the door?
You see light underneath the door.
Okay.
He's got some light to cool Neg in case anything comes at him. Like, let's say he opens the door and a wall hammer gets thrown at him. Could I prepare to pull him into a different direction?
That would be more of an improv. There is an action where you use to reposition somebody, but in order to decrease the amount of damage he takes or something like that, that would be more of an along the lines of something improvised.
Okay, I'm for that. What would I roll for that, though?
Well, what you're trying to do is a reposition activity, so I'll show you what activity I'm talking about. And I don't think you even have to roll because he's a willing creature. But you do, let me see. You muscle a creature or object around, attempt an athletics check against the target's fortitude DC. But the thing is, he has to be resisting. So you can reposition him without rolling if you want. If you do pull him back before he gets hit, I will give him I'll give him a bonus to his AC.
Okay, I'll do that.
For the creativity that you're demonstrating, I'll give him a +2 bonus to circumstance bonus to his AC. If you do plan to use a reaction to pull him back in case something comes flying at him.
Oh yeah, okay, then yeah, I'm gonna go for that.
I would go up to the door. If I trade positions with Scarlet, or get where Scarlet is, I would go up to the door, open it slowly, just enough for my familiar, Jaco, to go in and hover right by the door and take a look, and then I'll do my sense, my ability, which is share senses. I'll share senses with them because it's been more than 10 minutes since I've done that.
Okay. You open the door, allowing your familiar to go in, and your familiar flies in. Nothing flies out or attacks your familiar while he goes in. You look. Your familiar starts looking inside. It's a modest-sized library that lies in utter ruins. Furniture smashed, tables smashed, books on piles all over the floor. There are heaps of arms, legs, and heads of some of the palace guards on the ground. There's a blood-splattered padded chair that sits next to the shuttered window. And what you see is a giant, labeled large flabby humanoid, because you haven't identified what kind of giant. But he's clearly a giant. He's a large creature. He has one hand over his eyes, and there's this black ink stuff all over his eyes. He appears to be blind, and he's swinging wildly. Where are you, you bitch? Have your familiar roll a perception check.
Okay. That is a +5. Should I just roll mine? Mine is exactly the same as his.
Yeah,
Nope, mine is not. No, his is better. Sorry.
Yeah, usually familiars have special skills, especially an owl would have a higher perception check. Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Just slightly. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to roll into the chat window.
Hold on. Oh, the DC is different than what I said. But that is
still,
that is actually a failure. The DC is really high. Your familiar tries to look around and not get in the way of this big hulking monstrosity. But your familiar is not able to kind of take a good look because this monstrosity is just crashing and smashing all over the place. He does not appear to even realize that the familiar is there. Where are you? Where are you, you little How dare you blind me? And he's holding his eyes, and he can't, he clearly can't see anything, so he doesn't even realize you guys are out there.
Right. Gee, I wonder if I could even try and parley him.
Can we trip him?
Trip him? Or trick him?
What do you want to try? There is a trip action. Anything you want to try to do, there's probably an action, but you probably have to enter combat to do that. So
I'm wondering.
Here's a trip action if you think you can try it on this hulking monstrosity. He is blind, so he's not going to be as successful in being able to avoid stuff because
it sounds like he has a real clear idea of what his target is. Now, is he shouting this in common or Jotun?
He's shouting in common because it's clear that he's communicating with whoever the hell has blinded him.
I can speak both languages, so it doesn't matter.
You can talk to him in his native language, but you're not sure how this dude is going to react if you make yourself known to him.
Well, I'm thinking if I try and parley him with sympathy, that we could try and find who this terrible person is that blinded him. Maybe he will listen to us. I don't know. I'm whispering this to my party if they think this is an idea. After I describe what my owl saw, maybe I could make a suggestion. We could help him, and he could calm down.
Well, if at the end of it he doesn't want to fight us.
So as you guys are discussing this, you notice that he's also scratching himself all over the place. Like he's really itchy. You're not sure what that's about. He's had these filthy furs on, and he's just constantly scratching at the same time, screaming and yelling and swinging at the air and breaking furniture.
Well, okay, he might be able to calm them. But I feel like he's related to all those dead guards, because that's only 3 assassins and 6 guards.
Well, you're pretty sure he's related to those assassins because there are severed limbs of guards in there, bodies torn apart, limb from limb.
I don't think we could talk this guy down.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Maybe we could trick him or part of the assassins and then ask him who's after. Especially if you speak maybe in Jotun. And do you have a way of projecting your voice like to a different area than where you actually are?
No, I don't really have a voice projection skill. I don't think. I better quick check. Quick check.
I don't have any.
Do I have what is voice? What does this do?
I mean, I'm going to check the skill create a distraction just in case.
So because he's blinded, I want to kind of make you guys aware. He's not only because he's blinded, he can't see you. He does not have vision. Therefore,
Right.
You are definitely stealth to him. On top of being like, there's several levels of stealth. There is unnoticed, undetected, hidden. Right, those are the the levels of stealth, and observed. Hidden is when they know you're there, but they don't know where you are. Undetected is they know you're in a general area, but they don't even know what region you're in. Unnoticed means they don't even know you're there. So right now you're completely unnoticed to him. He doesn't even know you're there. He doesn't even know you exist. But if once you say something to him, your degree of stealth will go down.
It would be cool to trip him, but I don't have athletics. It's like I'm going to feel that so badly.
If you attempt to trip him, you'll probably get a bonus because of his blindness. But these large giants, you don't think it's going to be easy to trip. Even though he's blind, really, you don't think it'll be, because he's such a big hulking monstrosity. You don't think it'll be easy to trip him.
Something I forgot my character has as an ability. I don't know if it would have affected when the owl looked, but I do have keen eyes. But I think that only works if I'm actually making the perception
Exactly.
check, correct?
You have to make the perception, not your owl.
Okay.
The keen eyes actually would have made things even better, but it's not you making the perceptions. It was your owl.
Okay. Yeah.
What would the recall knowledge be to know more about this creature?
You have to roll a recall knowledge to find out. Well, when you roll it, so do you want to roll a recall? You guys have free reign to try a recall knowledge because it's not going to affect his awareness. And whoever rolls it first gets an extra hero point because that's this action of the day. A recall knowledge. So for this creature, I will accept the society. I will accept arcana.
Ooh.
I will accept thievery.
Ooh, I have good society and arcana.
If you think that there's something else that might be appropriate, I'll accept that as well.
Well, you suggested it, Scarlet, so you could roll it.
No, I would say Neg roll it first because you used your hero point. I still have mine, so that way you have that.
That's very generous. Yeah, Neg. So Neg, before you roll a recall knowledge, you ask me the question, and I'll tell you whether or not that's a legitimate question. If it is, and you decide you want to roll it, then you can roll it.
Okay, well, I have to whisper and consult with my party. What do we want to know about this? I think I sure my master had a book on these giants like this, but I'm going to have to really think. What do we want to know about it?
You can ask any question you can think of. There's no limitation. You want to know his armor class? You can ask that as well. Depending on what you ask, the DC might be different. Because if you ask something as specific as an armor class, I might give you a higher DC. If you ask what kind of creature this is, it'll probably be a lower DC.
Yeah, well, I think we know it's... it'd be nice to know how many hit points it has. That's probably going to be pretty hard.
That would be that would be a little bit of a higher DC to ask its hit points.
What about weakness?
That would be normal. If you want to know, well, by weakness, what do you mean? Do you mean that weakness meaning he's weak to fire kind of weakness, or weakness meaning what's his lowest defense weakness?
If we say what's his lower defense, what exactly does that contain?
Well, it's every creature has 4 defenses: armor class, fortitude, reflex, and will. So if you ask what is the lowest of those, then I can tell you which one it is if you succeed.
Yeah, that's kind of useful for me because I do have spells like sleep and other spells that might have an effect. So, well, yeah, what his lowest defenses is. Here I'm going to go. I'm going to try and roll it.
Okay, go ahead.
Recon. And of course it's hidden.
That is not a success. You kind of think about it. You're like, I'm really not sure about this thing. I've read about giants before, but I don't know if this is a hill giant, a forest giant. I don't know what kind of creature this is.
Okay. I should have made a society roll. It's the same, though. It's the same bonus, so it doesn't matter.
Anybody else can try. There's no limitation.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give it a try too.
Arcana or society? Oh, that was out in the open.
That is not it.
That is also a failure. You're not sure.
Okay,
nobody has that awesome dubious knowledge trait. Okay, you can.
No, that's a feat.
Technically, recall knowledge is supposed to be a secret roll. If 18 is a success, would you like to know its this lowest defense?
Yes, please.
This creature's lowest defense is reflex. Obviously, he's blind.
Oh, perfect. Stumble through
So
for him.
Ooh, let me see if I've got anything that's reflex save. I don't think I do.
Fireball is reflex save. You know,
yeah,
the AoE stuff
one.
is all reflex saves.
The one spell I have that is the. What about? Oh, reflex. Yeah, dang. I'm pretty sure my master taught me enough about giants that I know fortitude is going to be his toughest defense. That just makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, just from general knowledge, you would think that a big hulking creature, usually they have pretty high fortitude.
Yeah. So my spells are saved. The two I have are will and fortitude based. So, oh wait, void warp too. I don't remember what that does.
Void warp makes you run super fast, I think.
Oh,
no, not void warp. That's a void step. Sorry, I got that confused.
Oh, this one takes 2d4 void damage with a basic fortitude. On a critical failure, the target is also enfeebled, but it is fortitude. There's no way he's going to have a critical fail on it.
Yeah, just by common logic, you don't think the fortitude is going to be low in this guy.
And sleep is not going to work on it. Sleep is going to be
sleep is against will, so you're not sure about his will.
I'm betting that he's not very high in will, but at the same time, I don't know. I can't do it. I didn't prep it. It's a first level spell. I have 2 heal spells prep. I don't have sleep prep.
Nope.
So that's pretty well all I've got.
You want to sleep for 8 hours and then come back?
No.
But question, John, would his sleep be prep? Because doesn't his
well, the thing is you have to
him?
crit with the sleep in order to really put him to sleep, because if you only succeed on it, it only does a partial sleep. You really got to crit the creature.
Yeah, I saw that in the sleep discussion.
And whether or not this creature, the sleep is incapacitation, you don't know until you try it. It could be incapacitation if the creature's level is twice yours, which is possible. This thing's pretty big.
Okay, so I think looking. Chip goes against the target's reflex save. So if we wanted to go that, its reflex is its weakest.
Mm-hmm.
Because you guys are taking so long, you hear a yelp from inside the room. Oh, there you are! I got you! And you hear Linzi scream.
Oh no!
Trip! Tell us, Trip!
He grabs her by the leg. She was hiding underneath that bloody chair your familiar didn't see. We roll initiative.
I go into barbarian rage even though I don't have that ability. All right, initiative.
You can have it later on if you want to take an archetype.
But you know what? I'm because he's blind. I'm going to do stealth initiative because I am quite stealth.
You all may do stealth if you want. He has no idea you're even there.
Okay.
Let me go! Let me go! Linzi screams. I'm gonna rip your limbs off, and I'm gonna chew on your ears like beef jerky.
Wow.
This
What a
guy's
miserable.
real nasty. All right,
He is.
Neg, you are top of initiative. You go first. Your
Really?
barbarian rage puts you on top of initiative.
What am I going to hit him with? Well, I think I got to hit him with. I'm pretty sure that my needle darts is the best thing to hit him with. That's what does the most damage.
You got to go
And
get
I'd
line of
love-
sight first.
Yeah, I know. I got to go in. Well, he's blind, so yeah, he's right there too. So can I can get line of sight just being like here.
Yeah, you can't share a space with Talos. You got to be in your own space. Though.
There. Okay. People can still get through the
Token
door.
lock is now on. You look through the door, and this creature has Linzi by 1 foot. And he's like, I got you. And Linzi's like, Linzi's putting up a good fight. She's swinging, but the problem is she's too short, so she's missing him, and she's just swinging with her arms. Oh, shut up, you big bully! And he's swinging left and right.
Now that opposite him, I don't know if I'd be able to see it. Looks like there's a door that's open. Opposite of
that's
another
a window.
door.
That's a window with
That's a window.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's a window with
Okay.
portcullis on it.
Okay, yeah, I see it now. All right. Probably not good for me to be here when I attack him though, because I'm blocking the door. You'd all no, you can all move through it. That's right. You can both go through that door. I'm just gonna fire then. Fine. Target him.
He is off guard to you because you are unnoticed. You're stealth to him, so you get off guard on your attack.
Now, okay, good, got it toggled on. So needle darts. Let's open up needle darts. There we are. Here goes the attack. That hits him.
Indeed it does.
And it does this. Oh, it's not the worst damage.
He screams in rage. Who did that? And he flips around. He's still blind. Hurling Linzi against the wall. It falls down and she kind of passes out. Who's there? Who's there? Screaming and yelling.
I say nothing in return.
You have no need to say anything. He's blind. Scarlet, you're up.
Okay, so one other thing he gets, I don't know if this is doing the effect on him, but he gets 1 persistent bleed damage too
only
from
if you
that.
Crit. You didn't crit him.
Oh, is it? Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry, yeah. Okay.
You're going all. Where are you going?
Oh, I'm just moving. So that's 10. And then we go here. Oh wait, sorry, I took the wrong. Okay. Then what I'm doing, not striding, I'm tumbling through. So that's regular, and if I can.
You can't really tumble through your allies. You gotta find an enemy to tumble through.
You can move through me though, because I'm a halfling.
You can move right through him, but you can't use a tumble through on him.
Yeah.
Let me just click.
Now, the problem is your fascinate is visual. He's blind, so he's immune to all visual effects. You can still try to tumble through him, but he's pretty big, so he's going to be hard to tumble through.
At least I'll get panache, which is what I intend. So you see, little Scarlet try and squid through this beast. Let me go ahead.
It looks like too that the room outside of the table on the right, they could move around him too, right?
Yeah, they can they still have enough space to move around them.
Okay.
Oh, you do a critical success on your tumble through. You can position yourself extra distance around him. Put yourself wherever you want in this room. There you go.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you see that Scarlet went around and said, I need to go to the other side.
He has no idea you're there. He's off guard to you. So when you attack him, click the off guard button.
The off G.
You guys are like permanently hidden from him. So in order for him to even hit you, he's got to roll a flat check.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Then I'm going to then put off guard, and I'm going to do my finisher on him.
Oh, that's not a good roll.
I'll use my hero point for that.
Okay, it's a good time to use a hero point. That's a hit. He's very easy to hit because he's blind. Ow!
Good damage.
You stab him in the side. He grabs his side. He has no idea you're there. He's swinging wildly. All right, that's your turn. Now it's his turn. See, now you're hidden to him. So he's going to try to hit you with his hand. But the problem is that he's blind. So when you're hidden to him, in order for him to even be able to hit you, he has to roll a flat check DC 11. Which he misses. So he swings and hits nothing.
Oh my god, John, that scared me. Almost put the 20.
This is also he also had a lice and was persistently bleeding from his lice, but he just saved out of it. Talos, you're up.
Oh, lucky him.
Okay, I'm gonna go for that sudden charge, despite that disgusting lice. Might want to go in this.
Whoops.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
if you go through a wall, it gets you stuck. Now, technically, you're flanking him. He's a large creature, but you're on opposite sides. But it doesn't matter because he's off guard to you because he's blind anyway.
Right.
So you don't even need to flank him to get him off guard.
Yeah.
Ooh, does that hit or?
That does hit. Remember to target him before you strike. And remember to put on the off guard before you strike this guy because he's off guard. But that's a hit anyway.
Yeah. Ooh,
That's enough
that's
to
a lot
kill
of
him.
damage.
So this
Right
guy
on.
had already been bad. He'd already been wounded by all the other soldiers, and he was blinded. So he was not a hard kill. He would have been a lot more lethal had he not been disabled like this way. Linzi's Linzi got her head knocked, and she's kind of on the ground.
I go over and cuddle her, and just gently tap her on the cheek to see if she can be aroused.
Linzi starts waking up. She seems to be okay. You guys saved her just in time. She opens her eyes, and she is so happy to see you. She gives you a tender embrace, and she starts blushing. Oh, my hero! You're my hero! I knew you were a hero.
Which makes Nick blush.
you get some extra experience point for rescuing Linzi. Linzi says, "Oh my god, it was so horrible. I came down to see if you're all right, and then this freaking monster came and he killed 2 guards with one swipe. But I managed to blind him with the spell I invented." Linzi, you have maximized your influence with Linzi, so Linzi shares with you a spell that she knows, but you can't learn it. It's an occult spell called Ink Shot.
Oh well.
She says, "Oh, thank goodness." So she's like, "There's these horrible people just attacking the manor. It's all over, and the manor's on lockdown. I barely managed to get down here, but I saw that purple freak, that purple dude, that gnome. He was running away like a little coward. But I saw everybody else. They were fighting. There were like 4 or 5 ogres. They almost died. I don't know what happened. It was just all a blur to me. Oh, I'm just so happy you're all right, Neg. I thought I'd never see you again. I thought they killed you."
We are so happy that you are safe. When I saw that giant and realized he'd found you, that was terrifying. But all the thanks goes to my 2 friends here, Talos and Scarlet, because they just took that giant down with their mighty hits. It was amazing. I wish you were awake to see it.
Oh, I'm sure it was so wonderful, but there's more of them. We're not safe. We have to go find somewhere safe. Linzi joins the party.
Oh, there's more of them in here. Wow. Oh, boy.
Linzi, is there anyone... Oh, that's a window you said, right?
That's a what? Yeah, that's a window. And there's a portcullis that has dropped down. You can't get through it.
Okay, can we? I'm going to throw a perception to see if there's anything important here that might help us,
Sure.
and probably check the body of the order.
Sure, I will accept the perception. Linzi did not have a chance to check things out. She kind of ran into this room to hide.
Ooh, good one.
Let me see if 21 is enough. Where is... 21 is enough. The DC was 17. So you, because the giant knocked down all the bookshelves, you realize that behind this bookshelf is a secret door.
Ooh, cool.
Oh my god, I see something behind that bookshelf.
Amazing. So you found a secret passage.
Yeah, it looks like a really old-looking door. Probably, you know, kind of constructed a long time ago, and then the bookshelf was just placed over it to hide it. The door seems to just kind of push open. There's no mechanism. Doesn't seem like there's
no lock at all.
Yeah, or anything.
All right. Yeah, I would be willing to go up it and then gingerly open it stealthily. Because I'm so brave. No, maybe I better puff myself up because Linzi's here now and just slowly open it.
Wow, you guys are true adventurers, Linzi says. You open up the door, and it's a small windowless room that contains a large wooden trunk with a very secure padlock.
A padlock. Oh boy. Well,
I'm hearing some mic issues. Some robotic mic issues.
Oh.
Everybody else hearing that? Try killing Discord and restarting.
Somebody sounds like somebody. Hold on. Oh.
Better.
Okay.
Oh yeah, better.
Okay, there you go.
So a chest, and it's got a padlock.
Yep.
Ooh. I want to definitely, first of all, cast Detect Magic on it, because this is sort of it's a library reading room in a place where there are arcane people that have been present.
You cast to Detect Magic, and magic is present. That's all I can do.
Okay. Oh, magic is present, so I can't. My Detect Magic is not specific or targeted enough to really know.
Unfortunately, they nerfed that spell because it was it was being abused, so they had to nerf it for the remaster.
It's really abused in 5e.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
In 5e, like you can literally find out what the item is by asking enough questions from Detect Magic.
Well, I would be comfortable enough, I think, using Thievery to see if it's trapped.
You may roll a Thievery to kind of check.
I just want to quickly scroll down to Thievery to see if there is disable. No, there's just disable device and pick a lock. There's no detect, but I'll roll Thievery. That's fine. Go to skills and roll it.
Yeah, the detect trap is it's situationally perception or Thievery. In this case, because it's the lock, you're kind of messing to see if there's some sort of mechanism. So I accept Thievery.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll.
Well, that's good because it's a better of my skills. Oh my god, that's terrible.
You rolled a nat 1. I'm supposed to lie to you, but obviously, whenever I lie to you, you're just gonna assume the opposite. So you're not sure if there's a trap or not.
If I'm going to open this, it's going to have to open it with it, whether there's a trap or not.
You're not opening that because it's locked, because there's clearly a very, very kind of intricate padlock on it. You think that it's going to be pretty hard to pick this lock. You can try.
Oh, okay. So even with my thievery skill and doing the disable it, pick a lock, I'm not going to be able to do it because I'm taking it. It's got just too high a DC.
No, you can. This is not beyond your ability to attempt. But judging from how the lock is, you think that it's not going to be easy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, worst comes to worst, I can always give the crowbar to Talus, and she can give it a try.
Yeah. So, in terms of these kind of lock picking checks, if you crit fail, the DC keeps going up. So that's how you caution people against spam checking. So if you crit fail a lock pick, you jam the lock. If you crit fail the crowbar pick, you jam the mechanism, and the lock gets harder to open.
Okay, well, I'm taking out my lock pick because I'm pretty sure I have that. Do I not have a Thieves kit? I thought I did. I do not have a Thieves kit.
Oh, then you're not picking nothing without a Thieves kit.
Okay. Oh, I thought I had got one, but obviously I had not. That was a dumb thing.
Well, I look at Talus, and here, Talus, here's a crowbar. Do you think, Neg, that we should try it with this?
Well, I think so, because this lock seems to be well beyond my ability.
Okay, yeah, I'll give it a try. So, if I were to do that, would I just use like the force open, or?
Yeah, it'd be like an athletics check.
Ah, I have enough money for one too. That was really silly of me. Okay.
You can buy one later.
Yeah.
Does she add something to her dice because she has a crowbar to do it?
I think it's a +1 with a crowbar.
Can I just add that to circumstance?
Yeah.
Ooh.
A 25 is also a fail. You make things worse.
Wow. This is really locked.
Wow.
Yeah, this ain't 5e.
Yeah.
You are going to see extremely high DCs.
Mm-hmm.
If you give me a hero point, I will open the chest for you.
Ooh.
I'll use a hero point for that.
Okay, Talos, I accept your hero point. You guys found a key earlier.
Oh, that's right.
Oh my god.
Oh, duh. I completely
We'll face
forgot
bomb.
Yeah. But I definitely do it out of sight of Linzi because I don't want to see her.
You don't want to be embarrassed in front of Linzi.
Oh boy, that was bad. That was bad. Oh,
At least it's open. That was funny. But you use the key and it opens the treasure chest. You find some magical weapons inside, unidentified to you at this point.
Ooh.
You find a magical longsword, you find a magical mace, and you find another healing potion.
Oh, it's not a magical light mace by any chance, is it?
It just says mace.
What do I have? I don't, because that's one of the few things I can use.
A mace is a common, simple melee weapon.
Okay, that's what I have. Wow.
But unfortunately, because it's magical, unless you can identify its property, you can't benefit from the magic. If you equip it, it's just a regular mace.
And
I look at Linzi, and Linzi, do you know what this is?
She takes a look. Wow, look at this. This has to be from it has to be from the Draconic era, man. This thing's really, really valuable. She's gonna roll her Arcana. Let me see how good she is in Arcana. Oh, she don't got no Arcana. She's not a so there's the bard in Pathfinder is different from the 5e bard. The 5e bard is a skill monkey. The bard in Pathfinder, they have some good skills, but they're bard related skills, and they're not like trained in everything. The rogue, on the other hand, is the skill monkey in Pathfinder. She does not have, but she will. I will accept her occultism check to see if she knows what this thing is. This is a let me see. It has to be a level of the item to get my DC to identify it.
I guess I wouldn't be able to support her on an occultism check, right?
You can do an aid to her check. You'll go over there and you combine your.
So I just roll my regular occultism skill, correct, for that?
Well, if you're going to roll your occultism, you might as well do the check yourself.
Hers might be better than mine, though.
Well, go ahead and roll your occultism.
Okay.
It's against the same DC as she.
No.
That's a failure.
But
So-
that's enough for support, isn't it?
Nope.
Or an aid, I mean? No, okay, okay.
No.
Works
You
different.
got to succeed on this check to give her the aid. So you
Oh,
neither
okay.
you neither help nor hinder, and she's going to roll her check on. Oh, what the mace is what you want to check?
Well, what else? Don't go by that. It's what the rest of the party wants too. Because I would not. And actually, it's a light mace. I can only really effectively use a light mace. I can't use a regular mace. So, do it on the other.
The mace's category is simple common weapon. Are you able to use simple common weapons?
I am, but the thing about the light mace is it's a finesse weapon.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
a,
So neither the longsword or the mace is helpful for you.
No, but
Me
it could be
neither.
how about the long sword for Talos? Because that's something he could use.
Possibly.
Yeah.
If you're willing to go longsword. All right, so she's going to roll her occultism on the longsword. Ooh, Linzi for the win.
Wow.
Woo!
This is a +1 longsword, she says, holding it up.
Not bad. Not bad.
Wow. To think we just open a treasure box and find one. That's amazing. She tosses it.
It is. You're amazing, Lindsay.
Oh, thank you. She blushes.
And there's a lesser healing potion in there too. Holy smokes.
I'm going to drop this stuff into the party inventory. So if you want to use that +1 longsword, you can drag it out of the inventory and put it into your inventory, and then you equip it, and it becomes, one of the weapon script should automatically show up in your actions.
I think everybody should take the 3 potions that are there. So everybody take 1, so that way we don't. All of us have 2 potions each.
Is there 3 though? I thought there was only 1 healing potion.
There's
No?
1 inside this box, but you guys had a couple left over.
Oh yeah. I took 1 from before.
Let me readjust
but you know
the
what?
number because the numbers.
4. The number's not right.
Yeah, there we go. There's 4 healing potions in the party sheet.
Okay, cool. So I already have.
You use the trunk key, so I'm deleting that. And rescue Linzi and defeat this ogre. Experience points.
What is the part? There we are.
Wow, I think I might have been a rogue in my past life. I keep finding little chests.
Yeah. You must train in thievery. Be good if someone else had it. I'm not very good at it. That's my problem. And I know why I don't have a thieves toolkit.
You guys
because
are playing alongside yesterday's group. So at the end of the adventure, whoever has the most experience and whoever has the best loot, I'm going to use that template moving forward. So far, you guys are got better loot and experience compared to the other group when they got to this point.
Good, and they're 5 people. Or no, they didn't have 5 last night, did they?
They had 5 originally, but then 2 did not show up last night. One person had to drop out because of personal issues, and then another person was sick yesterday, so they were rolling with 3.
Okay.
Of course, you automatically find the other end of the secret door when you're inside the secret room that opens up to another room.
Oh, nice!
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's go in there. How do we get in there? I can't get in there. Lindsay gets in there.
Hold on. Let me turn off token lock for now.
Okay.
You're not in combat anymore.
Okay. Ooh, let's search this room.
This opens up to a storage room that appears to hold a lot of items necessary for running the estate. Oil lamps, bed linens, candles, and common tools. You can, you kind of look around, very mundane items. You find some rope in crates of supplies.
Do you think that there's a thief's tool around that could find there?
Give me a search. A seek action, perception. You don't find anything that could be used as thieves' tools. The adventure specifically says there's 248 pints of lamp oil. I don't know why. I don't think it's relevant, but I think they want you to know that.
Some people might want that much lamp oil.
Well, lamp oil is
I
not even
mean-
good for an explosive because it's a slow burning oil, so you can't use it to cause fire damage. It's not that useful. But
Okay.
that's
Maybe
what's
they want to
contained in
burn
all. Yeah,
something.
it's contained in all the barrels.
For some reason, under my activities, I have nothing for perception. That's weird. Shouldn't I?
Perception
Yeah.
itself is there's nothing. Speak is a perception check, so maybe that's why they didn't have it in there because there's nothing.
Oh, okay.
If you it should be.
Oh, you know what? I get a bonus. I get a bonus on my seek checks because of my keen senses, I
But
believe it
that's
is.
specifically to find hidden stuff and concealed stuff.
Oh, okay, okay. I'm going to do a perception check too. I'm not the most perceptive, but you never know. The gods might be, or my patron might be smiling on me.
Check
No.
for
No, you don't.
these
You don't
tools.
find anything useful in here.
My patron was sneering at me as per usual.
You don't find anything useful in here. I mean, there's common stuff. If you need some rope or something.
Mm-hmm. This is a door over here. Oh, there is a door there. Okay.
Yeah, there's another door that opens out of this place, the storage room.
Okay. We would think that door, of course, would open to where we've already been.
Yeah, that door opens up into the hallway. That you guys
Before we continue, I look at Linzi. You said that there were others were fighting ogres.
There's more.
Where exactly?
She said there's more ogres. She says, like, if you go west from here, you're gonna get into that great hall where we were eating dinner before, and that's where all that fighting was.
Well, we might have to help other people.
Definitely,
She said
that's what heroes do. Linzi says, we have
this
to go
carpet
help.
This carpet doesn't look like it has a trapdoor beneath it, huh?
There's no the carpet is blood stained and there's a body on top of it. One of the guards got ripped apart and thrown on it.
So she knows that this door. I would be willing to do the same thing as before because I think 10 minutes has passed since, or maybe it hasn't. Maybe 10 minutes has. No, we've been doing a lot of searching. I would like to open it a crack and let my familiar Jaco take a look in there.
You're familiar going in stealthed?
Yeah, sure. Going in stealth and trying to perceive it. So I open that door just a bit. I guess I have to open it all the way though, right? Anyways, yeah.
Well, you open it just enough for your familiar. You can roll a stealth for your familiar.
Yeah. Okay, my familiar is a 5. I'll have to do that manually in the chat window. Here we go. 17.
17 is a failure. Your familiar goes in, and when your familiar flies in, first you realize that this is the scullery, place where they prepare food. It's an oddly shaped kind of area that contains 2 sturdy tables for prepping food, a large tin wash bin for cleaning dishes and laundering clothes, and a hefty wooden bucket for hauling water, and many shelves containing goblets, plates, dishes, and eating utensils. The fragile dishes and eating utensils seem remarkably well intact, despite the fact that clearly some combat has been going on here. There's blood splattered on the floor. There's like a dagger on the ground. What you notice, very importantly, is that this room, directly on the opposite end of this room, you see a horrific-looking creature, another one of these giants. This guy looks blue. He has blue skin. He has a big beard. He is lying again with his back against these double doors. He looks badly injured. He's bleeding in one of his arms. He has a massive spear that looks like it can just would not be pleasant to be skewered with. He sees the familiar come in, and he just makes a loud gruff noise.
Not enough energy.
Yeah, he looks like he's injured. Something has something or someone has really done a number on this guy.
And as my familiar and I shared senses with him, did I see any other doors leading out of this room? Well, the giant's against the door, correct?
Yeah, your familiar sees that there's a door to the south leading out of the room, and there's also a
Oh.
different section of the room to the north.
Oh, okay.
I'll put you in like this, so you can have some fog of war sight, so you can. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, that's good.
That's better.
Yeah, I don't think we want to go to the doors where he is, but these other doors up here.
So yeah, he's lying. He has seen your familiar, but it doesn't seem like he's kind of getting up. He is kind of sitting down with his back against those two double doors.
Well,
you hear he's just kind of moaning and groaning. It's obvious he's injured. Somebody has really done a number on, and you're impressed on how anybody could have injured this big hulking monstrosity.
I mean, that looks like there's a sign that somebody might be alive beyond these doors.
Yeah,
beyond this
me
room.
too.
So I think we should go ahead and
Unfortunately, your familiar did not see anybody else just by the time it's spent inside the room, because your familiar saw this thing and got spooked and came right back out.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm noticing. They noticed that they were double doors, so that's probably those are the doors, perhaps to the hall.
Linzi says, "Yeah, those are the doors to the hall." And that big blue guy, I saw him bite the head off one of the guards. You got to be careful around him.
Yeah, is there another way around to get to the hall?
Linzi doesn't know because she ran right through when she came in.
Okay. I mean, I'd love to. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I don't have anything to say. I was just speculating that it'd be nice to take down another Jotun, but it's dangerous.
I want to do another recall knowledge on him to see if, from what I know, we can take care of him and go to the door.
You probably have to get close enough to to see him to do a recall knowledge on him. You don't have to be right next to him, but you have to kind of go take a look at him. All right,
okay,
go ahead and roll your recall knowledge on this creature. What kind of question you thinking about asking?
Since he's wounded, do you think it looks like he just needs a little bit of a push more for him to die, or do you think he looks sturdy enough?
I think that's a reasonable question. Go ahead and roll.
Okay, I'm going to do thievery.
No, thievery. Well, it doesn't matter. It's a failure. It's a failure.
Okay. Sorry about that.
You can't tell with this creature if he's about to die or if he's just, a little bit wounded, but he's still going to beat the crap out of you.
Could I try making that check with a recall knowledge medicine?
Yeah, absolutely. But that's going to give you a lower DC. Because you need a lower DC to get this one. That's, again, a failure. You can't really tell. He is bleeding from his arm. He looks unwell, but that's about it. As much as you know.
Would Arcana or Society be able to gain that knowledge?
Not about his wound, but Arcana or Society can give you more information about this creature, if that's what you want to look for.
But it wouldn't tell me about his hit points. No, just his AC or something like that.
You can ask his hit points, but the DC is going to be higher for that.
I think his AC is something like armor class.
Okay. The DC is going to be on the high side, but it's not beyond your capabilities.
Let me do it through activities, so it'll be a hidden rule, if I can do it.
Yeah, if you fail, I'll lie to you.
That's more fun.
His AC is 57. There are monsters with AC like that in the game when you're level 20.
Okay. Here we go. Recall knowledge Arcana.
You can't tell anything. You can't tell.
Okay. Darn. Okay.
So what do you think, guys? Do you want to go around, or do you want to? He's
Well,
heavily.
Well, we don't really know
yeah.
a way around. I mean, we handled the first ogre pretty well. We could go for
Hey,
this one. I
Lindsay's
know it's not fun.
Lindsay's gonna come up. She's gonna take a look at him. She's gonna do a recall knowledge, and she's gonna use society for the recall knowledge against him. Let me set a DC. See if Lindsay can help you out. Lindsay can't tell anything about this guy.
I like the idea of checking around because we don't know if there's any friends or allies of this giant in maybe these other rooms, because we can see that looks like there's a door, another room and door maybe to the right.
Yeah, there's another room
might be
down
a
there. That room doesn't seem like it's been disturbed during the fighting.
What about up here?
Well,
this up here.
From what your familiar saw, it wasn't a door, but rather just like kind of leads to another smaller room up there.
Right. Okay. Right. But I want to go up there. I'll go.
So are you walking into the room?
I'm walking in the room stealthily. Yes.
Okay.
I will go in.
Well, you can't really stealth because he already saw you. But what you can do is, you can try to break line of sight, roll a stealth against him, and see if you can hide.
Okay. Okay, this might be the end of me, but we'll see. Okay, let's do that from. I'm just going to do it from the skills tab.
Yeah, in order to stealth, you got to break line of sight first.
Okay.
And you don't necessarily know if you're successful or not.
Oh.
You're not.
Oh.
Well,
I thought it looked like a 17.
So you think you're hiding, but the creature, as you kind of step through the threshold of the door, I see you, and he reaches for his spear.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Do I have time to scatter up here?
Well,
like to get to here?
Well, if you're gonna fight him, we're going into initiative, so we have to. Do
Okay. Fair enough.
Before we go to initiative, I mean, 1 hour has passed. Can we get hero points for this?
In this adventure, the only hero point you're getting is from the action of the day, and later on, I'm gonna give you. I distribute hero points per hour, of course.
Okay. Oh boy.
I tried.
Yeah, it was a good idea. All right. So this case, he's seen me. I have to use my perception-based initiative, right? I can't use stealth.
No, you can't stealth because you tried to stealth and you failed.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact,
okay.
If I were to take your stealth as your initiative, your initiative would be 8.
Yeah, I'm going to roll my initiative, and it's a little better. Oh, Tuba's got a tie.
The nasty blue-skinned giant, he goes first, clearly seeing you as a threat. He picks up his spear as a first action. As a second action, he stands up. As a third action, he lumbers at you. Oh, more bastards to skewer. But those are his 3 actions. Linzi is up. Linzi says, you know what? You don't have to be afraid. Because you know why? Because we're heroes. And heroes don't have to be afraid no matter what we face. So Linzi's going to sing you a nice little bard song.
Oh, good.
I have a bard song, Eye of the Tiger.
Put it on. Scarlet will dance to that.
She casts Inspire Courage.
Wow. But I will trigger an attack of opportunity if I try and use something like needle darts on him, right?
Where is Linzi's Inspire Courage?
I mean, it should be in your actions, no? Unless they change that to activity.
No, the problem is that it's supposed to be there, but it disappeared for some reason. But I found it. So, Inspire Courage is Linzi's bard song. She starts dancing back and forth, playing her little lute. and you hear this inspiring music. As she plays her lute, you actually hear an entire magical band surrounding her, and it inspires everybody to give you a +1 to attack, +1 to damage, +1 to fear save. That's only one action for her, for Inspire Courage. She has 2 more actions. She is going to put her lute away, and she's going to take out a rapier and short bow, and fire a short bow at this monstrosity. This is for all the people you killed, you big bully. And she does not hit him. It just bounces off his skin. Talos, you're up.
Okay, cool. So I can't really make an attack because the Neg's there, right?
No, unfortunately, you're kind of blocked out. He blocked the door. You have a couple of options. You can try to get some distance and use the ranged weapon. You can try to tumble through this monstrosity, although I don't think you're going to be very successful. Or,
Can he go on hold?
Or if you want to try to hit him like on the corner of the door, I will give him cover. He's going to have regular cover if you do that.
Can he go on hold and wait for me to back out of there?
Yes,
and then...
yes. Everything you ask answers yes, and there's an action for it.
Okay.
So this is what the action is called. Well, there's 2 options. One is that in Pathfinder you can drop your turn. Not like 5e, you can't drop your turn. So you can say, I'm going to drop out of initiative, and before anybody else's turn, you can say, I'm coming back. Would you like to do that?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna come back right after Neg. I don't have to call that beforehand.
You don't have to call it beforehand. I'll just put you after Neg. That's kind of hard. Hold on. 17. Oh, that puts you before Scarlet. I'll make Scarlet 16. There we go. All right, Neg, now it's your turn.
Okay,
Now I'm going to give you a warning. If you don't know if this guy has an opportunity attack. If he does, and you try to do a move action, he's going to swipe at you.
There's no such thing as a 5-foot step anymore, right? Where I can step back.
That was going to be the action of the day for next week.
All right, I'm going to 5-foot step back here and shoot at him with my what else but my needle darts. It's cold iron too, so this is going to be cold iron damage. So let me see if I can successfully attack him. Oh, it looks like I successfully attacked him.
You successfully attacked him. The cold iron doesn't make a difference.
Okay, cool. And that's not a crit.
That's not a crit.
20. Okay, so it'll just do this. 7 damage. I seem to always do 7.
This guy seems like he's a big bullet sponge.
Yeah. I'm worried that I'd say to Linzi, you should get out of here. Anyways, there's nothing else I can do.
I'm not afraid, she says.
Okay. I think that's all my actions because it's a 2 action and a 5-foot step. Is that a free action or is it a?
No, that is that's a move action.
Okay, move action. So that's 3 actions. I'm moving on.
So Talos, now your turn is up.
Okay, I'm gonna walk down and do 1 attack.
You are under Linzi's Bard song, so you automatically get that +1 and a +1 damage to your status. But your rage is already giving you a +2 damage to status, so it doesn't make a difference.
Oh, this could be a big attack.
Cool. So I'm just gonna re-rage just to get that temp HP though.
Hold on, there's something weird going on. You have 2 rages on. I'm going to take one of them off. You have 3 rages on. I'm going to take 2 of them off. There you go. Yeah, you have to remove the effect when it stops. So when combat stops, your rage stops, your temp hit points go away. So you got to remove that effect.
Okay, so quick note, how would I do that?
So you see the combat tracker? You see that little icon with a guy with 3 dots around him? You click that to open it up, open up your effects, and anything that you apply, you can remove. However, anything that somebody else applies, you can't touch. Like, for instance, if I put an effect on you, I gotta remove it. As a
Okay, cool.
DM, I can remove anybody's effect, but for you as a player, you can only remove your own.
Okay, sweet. And I'm gonna go for that attack.
Ooh,
Woo!
a juicy hit. Still not a crit. Wow, good damage. This guy's got a lot of hit points.
Okay, cool. And well, due to my rage, when I hit people, I also put a persistent bleed on them. I have a thingy for that.
Well, this is the problem. He already has a persistent bleed. So your persistent bleed is 1. He has a persistent bleed 1d6 because of his bleeding arm. So it does not stack.
Okay, so never mind then. And then I'm gonna use my last action just to step.
All right. You guys are using very good strategy because you're giving room for other people to attack. Scarlet, you're up.
Okay.
You are juiced up with a bard song. It's going to end at the end of the round.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is that I am going to try and do I see if stumble through will be too hard for me to do for him?
You don't know because you don't know what his fortitude save is. But generally, big, strong, huge creatures are harder to tumble through.
Okay.
But you don't know what his fortitude is, so you can't tell just by looking at him.
Okay. So what I'm going to do then is that I am going to try and fascinate him and see if that gives me panache.
You critically fail, so no panache.
Okay. Then Scarlet sees this and she says, "Well, you know what? I'm going to try it anyhow. She's going to try and tumble through. What's the worst that could happen? I stay at the same place?"
That's a failure. However, a failed tumble through still gives you panache because it is a bravado.
Yes, that's what I wanted.
The critical fail does not give you panache. So now you do have panache.
Perfect. You see that Scarlet doesn't give up yet, and she says, "Okay, I'm going to then try and do a finisher on this guy."
Oh, nice.
Oh,
nice.
Wow. That is
nice.
A real finisher.
Oh, that is doubling your finisher damage as well. That's a lot of damage you're going to do to him.
Yes. What I'm going to do, because I put the panache, but I'm not going to throw those dice right now, because I know that there's no action to just throw 2d6. It's going to double that, and
it'll automatically roll that stuff.
I know, but what I mean is the panache, the 2d6, is going to double, and we don't need that because I don't think the panache doubles.
It does.
The precision.
It
does?
Oh, I'm sorry. Precision damage doesn't double. I'm sorry. It will automatically not double. Don't worry. The Fantasy Grounds will take care of it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay. I'm going to try.
Whoa.
Oh, I think
22 damage.
It might have doubled. Let me see. I'm going to remove the last 2 dice, which is a 2 and a 3, a 5. So I'm going to give him 5 hit points back.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't I thought it didn't. I thought the Fantasy Grounds doesn't double the precision damage. But you know what? I'll send a message to the Pathfinder 2 people.
Yes, please.
It might be that NPC hasn't got the. Does it have to have like a precision resistance or something?
He doesn't have precision. No, he doesn't have.
Okay. It's just it's a ground rule.
No. Precision damage is not supposed to double. Everything else doubles. That's okay.
Cool.
He's got enough hit points to go around. It is his turn. So his first action is he picks up his spear and he's about to hurl his spear at Scarlet, but you realize that his arm is so injured that he drops the spear in the middle of the attack and his arm starts bleeding, so he ends up with persistent 1d4 bleed damage. He is very upset that he's so weak he can't even hurl his spear, but he's got something else up his sleeve.
Does he not take 1d6 damage as well for
At the end of his
another
turn.
bleed?
No,
the end of his turn.
On his first turn, he didn't try to throw a spear, so he wasn't bleeding. He wasn't bleeding that bad. But once he tried to strike with a spear, then he's nasty.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I got to do a little geometry here. Let me see how. What can I do to get the most?
Ouch.
Get the most effect out of here. Whoops.
Can we move it? Can you move it around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this is probably his best. Hold on. Why are there two of them? Oh, okay. There we go. Let me try this again. Get the token. I think this is his best bet. I think this will. Well, it's got to be start out from here. This is the most he can get. So he's gonna get Talos, Linzi, and Neg as he puffs and puffs and blows out a cold cone.
Protocols.
Oh no.
I'm automatically going to roll basic reflex save for the three of you for his cold breath.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. We have 2 critical failures and 1 success.
Oh boy.
And you guys are out of hero points, so that's now very unpleasant. So what happens is it's 2d6 cold damage. The critical failures take double damage. Also, on critical failure, you get immobilized. You get frozen.
Damn. The
escape DC of immobilization is 18. Linzi, Bard's song is now over. She is immobilized. So when you're immobilized, that was his persistent bleed.
Oh, cool.
And he saved out of it, but he still took a good amount of bleed damage. Okay, so Linzi is immobilized, and we're gonna have to go over the immobilization effect. Hold on. Where's the book?
She looks pretty rough. I got my PDF.
So when a player is immobilized, they are completely incapable of movement. You can't use any actions that have the move traits. If you're immobilized by something holding you in place and an external force would move you out of your space, the force must succeed at the immobilized DC. Usually it's a 42 DC of whatever effect puts you in place. So Linzi is frozen in place and can't move. Talos has gone down.
Oh.
Linzi. Yeah, that was like all my HP.
Linzi, even though she can't move, she turns to Talos. Oh no! Oh my goodness! Somebody went down, and she's going to stay in place, and she's going to cast Soothe to heal Talos. Talos, because you went down, you're going to be immediately healed back up to normal. However, the issue is this: because you went down, you're wounded 1. So things are getting a little sticky here. Linzi's going to target you, and she's going to heal you back, so at least you're no longer rolling death saves. But you're wounded 1, meaning the next time you go down, you're wounded 2. If you get enough wounds, you're dead.
Okay, cool. And do I get like any like negative stats while I'm wounded, or is it just like something I keep track of?
No, it's something that you keep track of. So she heals you back, so you're no longer unconscious,
Not bad.
but you're still badly damaged, and of course you're prone. Her Soothe spell is very effective, gives you 10 hit points back. Neg, what you got?
Well, I'm really tempted. I've got that healing spell still.
It's a 3-action heal, and it's going to hit the giant too.
Yeah, so I can't move to make it more
you
effective.
can move. I think Talos and Linzi crit failed. You did a success, so you only took half damage. So you're not immobilized. Talos is immobilized, however. So Talos, you're prone, and you can't even get out of prone until you break out of the immobilization.
So what I'm wondering is can I move strategically so that the burst does not heal the giant as well?
Your burst is 30 feet, so you got to move in an area. Once you move, you can't cast a 3-action heal either.
Okay.
I also still have a health potion, so if you wanted to just heal Liz, and I use the health potion on myself. When I get, assuming, I don't even know if I can do it while I'm immobilized, though.
Unfortunately, you're also frozen, so you can't move at all. You can't even get up until you break out of the ice.
Maybe my best idea then is to use my healing potion and pour it into Linzi's mouth.
Oh, you don't need to. Linzi is conscious.
Oh, I know, but she's down a lot of hit points. She's got a lot of wounds.
Okay, I mean, she'll take it if that's what you want to do, but she is not as bad as Talos.
Talos. Yeah, maybe I should move over to Talos and do that. Okay, I'm gonna move here.
You have to spend an action to take the potion out. You can do a swap where you say, "I'm going to put my weapon away and take the potion out." That's your action.
Yeah. Well, my weapon's only that is a chunk of cold steel iron in my hand.
Yeah, so you can do a swap. So first action move, second action swap, third action pour potion down Talos' mouth.
And we'll see how much health it heals, because it's let me see what it is. Healing. It's a minor that I have. So what does it do? 1d8. I'll give him 1d8 hit points. Not great, but better than nothing. Okay, I'm just going to roll a d8 in the.
Okay, we can do that.
Because I can't target him.
That's fine.
To do
Just
this.
roll a d8.
Oh, 6
points of damage. So Talos heals 6 points. Talos, you're not doing too badly right now, but unfortunately you're immobilized. It's your turn. When you're immobilized, you cannot move, and you're prone on the ground because you went down.
Can he stand up though? I think he can, right?
Standing up is a move action. So Talos, in order to move, you have to break your immobilization. You have to break out of this ice shell that he put you in. That means you have to roll. You have to roll an athletics against the effect that caused it, the DC effect. So if you want to break out of immobilization, you have to do that.
I don't think I do.
You can try again, but this is an attack action, so it's going to be multi-attack penalty to try again.
Okay,
-4, right?
So how would I do that with my athletics? Would I just like do -5 in the modifier?
You can also click the multi-attack thing and it'll automatically do -5.
It's above the name.
Where would I see like that word auto adds that to my athletics?
On your character sheet, you see 3, the sword with a 2 and a sword with a 3. That's multi-attack penalty. So you click one of those, whichever one applies, and then you roll whatever you're rolling.
In this case, it would be the 2.
Oh, it didn't work, but it doesn't matter. 7 would have been unsuccessful. You have a third action. So you see what this giant does is not only did he did massive damage, but he blew your actions with the immobilization.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's not it either.
No. That's your turn.
Yeah.
Scarlet, you're up.
Okay. I am going to try and stumble through to him again.
That is a success. Where do you want
Wow.
to go?
Wow,
That's
nice.
a really high roll. That's you hit his fortitude AC. His fortitude.
Nice.
There you go. You got to be on a square, so I can put you here. Yeah. You got to control. I got control.
Okay, perfect. That way, see if somebody's in front of him, they can have a off guard, right?
Yes, they can, but who's gonna be able to even get in front of them without getting smashed?
Oh, that's true. Okay. So you see her do this acrobatics, and she went on to the other side, and then from there, she is going to try and do.
You do have panache. Remember that because you successfully tumbled through.
Yes. Okay, I am going to try and do a feint on him so that helps us with the prone. I mean, no, it doesn't get prone.
So what you're trying to do is a feint, and I'll put that inside the chat. What the feint is that you try to get him unprepared. So you're trying to use a deception against his perception, but in order to get him off guard.
Okay, then I'm going to do that.
So roll a deception. And you're rolling it against his perception DC, which I know. That is a critical failure.
Okay, but I still have the panache, so I am going to try and do
Well,
the
because you critically failed, you are now flat-footed against melee attacks. He comes after you. So remember, so you're putting yourself in a lot of danger, but you can attack.
I kind of wanted that because I prefer for him to go against me while the other team tried to recuperate.
Oh, don't worry about him going against you. He's totally intends to do that. You don't have to worry about that.
Okay, so I have that. Okay.
$12 is not going to hit him.
Okay, that ends my turn.
All right, so you asked for it. Unfortunately, the problem is that his arm is wounded. He can't use his weapon anymore. So all he can really do is try to bash you with his hand, with his wounded arm. That's the name of his attack, wounded arm.
Oh, is that all he can do?
You are off guard to him. Why is it roll 4?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I don't know.
He had everybody targeted. I'm only going to take your roll against Scarlet. It's a miss against Scarlet.
Wow.
Yay!
Even off guard,
I'm small.
Even off guard, it was a miss against you. He's enraged. He's just going to try a second time with his wounded arm. It is agile, though. And you are still off guard. That second one's gonna get you.
As long as it's not a critical.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
He's gonna go Hail Mary and try a third time.
Oh boy.
Chilling. Yes.
It's a critical miss.
He spins around, missing.
He
Thank
must
you,
take a
Chillin.
morale loss for that one. I mean, wow, that was a real miss.
Now that he, hold on, he should not have the persistent bleed anymore. Because he saved out.
Oh,
that's okay.
He saved out.
That's okay. I'll give him 1 hit point back. Linzi's up. Linzi looks around. She's like, oh no. She's gonna look at him and she's things are looking real bad. So she's going to try. She's going to cast a level 1 spell. She's going to try her ink shot on him that worked on the other giant.
Oh, cool.
Chilling, chilling, chilling. Go, go.
This is her ink shot. It's customized for Linzi. It does 2d6 poison damage. Where is her script? I will have her target him. She's not even going to try to break out of immobilization yet. She's going to target him. Oh, where is her spell? Unfortunately, her spell attack is missing.
No, go to ink shot, John, and you can see. Go and scroll down, and you can see the things.
Yeah, the problem is I can't use it from there because I'm using attack roll. They only have damage rolls here. I need to make an attack roll, which is of course her spell attack bonus. It's not here, so I'm just gonna have to calculate it. She has a charisma of 4. She has a proficiency of +3, so it's a +7. Ink shot unfortunately misses. So she missed her ink shot on him. Her second attack, she's not going to try to do an attack action because it's going to be multi-attack penalty. She's going to try to break out of her icicle. I don't know how successfully she is. She's not trained in athletics, and she has a -1 to strength. But let's see. Oh!
Whoa!
Linzi breaks out of her icicle.
Excellent.
What she needed that 20 on that ink shot. Unfortunately, she didn't make it. Neg, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna move here. Shh. It's kind of in between, but whatever. I don't know if I'm in a square or not, but I'm gonna heal. I'm going to heal Scarlet.
Sure.
So this will be a 2-action ranged heal. Okay. Ooh, let's find heal. Heal is right here. Let's open it up. Now, this one will be the 1d8 target, right?
1d8 plus 8.
Yeah. Oh, plus 8.
Yeah, yeah. The 2-action heal is the strongest one.
And it can be up to 30 feet away.
Yeah.
Cool. Perfect. Here we go. That's 12.
That's not bad at all. Yes, it did heal her. She has gone up to 17 hit points now.
Okay, cool. That's all I can do this turn, so I am passing on.
Talos, you're still prone and immobilized. Athletics DC 18 to break out.
Okay, cool.
So that's my last prepped.
Nope.
Ooh, almost.
Well, no, it's not almost because the second athletics is a -5.
Oh, okay. Okay, so I don't think it applied because I had the multi-attack penalty on, but I don't think it went through it.
Yeah, probably didn't do it. So you had to do it manually, but that's all right. We know it's there. Third athletics, you pretty much have to crit to succeed. If you want to do a third one. Nope.
Yeah, that's my turn.
See, this giant stun locked you. Unfortunate. Scarlet, you're up.
Okay, so I am going to try and flatten him.
That's a success against his will. He is fascinated.
Okay, I do that, and then I'm going to take one. No, should I take a one action too? Let me go ahead and it's a deception. Okay, I'm going to try again and trying to feint at him.
You are fainted yourself. Again.
God damn
Oh
you.
boy.
Making yourself off guard to him. Dangerous
Oh,
things to try in certain because when there's a critical fail a consequence, they're generally pretty dangerous, especially in a guy like this who's higher level than you.
Well, look, I looked at it positive, John,
Oh,
and it's that
yeah,
at least it look at me and not the other party members.
You said
Okay,
so your last action you can still attack.
Yeah, and I'm going to do the rapier.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 crits,
Oh
darn.
man. Blue Giant does not recharge his breath.
Oh,
Well,
thank
Ooh,
God.
thank
The
God.
was wondering when that
the
would
gods
come
are
up.
smiling on you. But his persistent bleed is over. All he can really do right now is pretty much continue to swipe at you. You are off guard to him, unfortunately, because of your failed feint. Because you were off guard to him, he's gonna smack you. Oh, all that healing and it's all gone.
Yeah. Damn.
You've made him pretty angry because you're the only one who's been damaging him right now. So he's gonna multi-attack penalty, second attack. Oh no.
Yeah, I can see this story. Oh, one. It's exactly what I needed.
No, that's enough to put you down.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a +8 bonus on his attacks. Yikes.
So for his third action, he's gonna because this door is so small, he needs to squeeze through the door. That's another activity because he's now that he took Linzi down, he's gonna come after the rest of you. Not Linzi, Scarlet. So we have we're learning so many actions today.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even expect us to learn about squeeze because I didn't expect him to, be coming after you through the door. So squeeze is a move action.
Right.
Oh, wait, that's
It's
not
like
right.
the port.
That's not right. Because that's something with flying.
But generally, is it the same that it takes twice as much movement for him to squeeze through that door? Yeah. Okay.
But he doesn't need that much move. So the problem is once he squeezes through the door, he has nowhere to actually stand. So,
right.
So I have to make a ruling. So he's squeezed over here. I'm making him off guard to you because of what he has to do to get in there. Linzi says, "No, no, you big lumbering Hulk." So her first action, she's gonna move over here.
Yep.
No, she's not even gonna move. She is. She wants to help. She really wants to help. She's going to start singing and humming a tune, and she picks up a sword off the ground and she flings it at him with a telekinetic projectile. One of his cantrip spells.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh man, she is a gutsy woman.
No, she sees how dangerous this guy is and how injured you are, and she said she's gonna risk herself just to help you. Telekinetic projectile. Ooh, she hits.
Oh,
So
nice.
This, because it's a sword, she does slashing damage with it. Her second action is that she's gonna go over and she tries to scrape off some of the ice on Talos. So she's gonna provide an aid action to Talos. I'm not gonna roll it. It's an automatic +1 because she's an NPC and I'm lazy.
Cool.
Meg, you're up.
I mean, I'll take it.
Can I go here without provoking?
You don't know. If you only have to move to find out. Do you want to find out?
Well, I got it because I'm going to get killed standing here.
All right, so you take your risk and you move, and he has no opportunity attack.
Okay, good. 2. So that was, I think it's 15. I could go here and attack him with my, what else but my, needle darts. And I'm not getting any bonuses on it, are I? No. Alright, needle darts.
Isn't he off guard?
He is off guard.
Oh, is he off guard? Oh, crow. I wonder if that would have hit him if he was off guard. That was 16.
Yes, it would.
Okay, good.
He hit him because he's off guard. Because I made him off guard because he has to fit his large ass in this tiny space.
Yeah. Okay. Now how come
you want to roll high on these needle darts. You really want to roll high.
I know, but I don't usually.
There you go.
Well, that's a little bit higher than I usually do.
There you go.
Oh, he's dying.
You killed him.
Are you kidding me?
You ended him.
Holy smokes.
Good job.
So,
wow,
ladies and gentlemen, that is a example of a combat of a creature higher level than you. He was, you guys are level 1, he was level 3, and on top of that, he was heavily nerfed. He did not get his full damage and attack bonus because he's hitting you with an injured fist, and he was bleeding. So you can imagine how bad an actual boss fight's going to be. This is Pathfinder. It's not easy. So that's why you got to learn the system and be able to function properly. So I'm going to kind of just skip over. You guys obviously go in and help stabilize Scarlet to the point where she's not dying anymore. But she is stable at 0 hit points right now.
Right, and I've got no spells left.
And the immobilization ends after a minute.
Okay, cool. So
you're not stuck anymore. That was a rough fight.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. But you know what? I was proud of it.
You did admirably, but fortunately, you couldn't take him one-on-one. None of you can take him one-on-one. You got to combine your efforts, or you could have really talked him down, but you didn't try to do that.
I thought about talking.
Yeah, I know you were thinking about it, but you kind of there were multiple ways to solve this situation, but you guys.
Do we get more XP?
You get the same XP for bypassing him, whether you talked him down, snuck by him, or killed him. XP.
That's good to know. Okay.
Because I don't want to encourage people to play a certain way because of XP.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, that's good.
All right, so that was like all you guys. So like, good job. And could I roll a medicine check to try and heal up Scarlet?
Yeah, of course, because until she gets hit points, she's unconscious. And she also, Scarlet, you also are wounded 1.
Right.
Okay. Let me... I think I put myself wounded 1. Can you check?
Yeah.
Oh,
nope, I didn't get it.
Ooh, so Scarlet's still unconscious because she has no hit points. And Linzi has blown all her spell slots. She's kind of at a loss. She doesn't know how to help.
Nagnanari is also...
Take my potions you hear from somewhere in my mind.
I'm going to go ahead and use the potion to heal her up. Would you want 1 or 2?
Just 2 of mine, if you need 2. Just 1 to see how it goes. And
yeah, I used my healing potion earlier. I didn't take it off when I healed.
Yeah, just you're in charge of that. Obviously, I
Yeah.
can't. I can't be looking through your character sheets all the time.
Yeah.
It's
Can't
just
pick it
a
up.
D8, right?
It's just a flat D8.
Yeah.
Just pick up a D8 dice and throw it
Into the chat window.
into the chat window, or else we don't see it.
There you go.
You give her 3 hit points. At least she's not unconscious anymore.
Okay, I'll try giving her a second one.
That's
Oh, that's not much better.
not that much better.
That was not very well mixed potion. But there was also...
No. Let me take it off.
No. Now, wasn't there another lesser? Was one of those a lesser? Because the lesser does better.
So after so once the giant kind of you guys take down the giant, you notice that there's a huge pile of bodies leading to the north. There's guards, there's everything. There's guards. There's some of those black cloaked assassins. You hear something stirring in the area in the north.
Is that where I am right now? You mean above me?
More north than you.
Oh, more north than me. Okay. Okay, that would have to be in that corridor then, or outside the window, because we did...
There's no window. This room opens up to more stuff.
Oh, this room where I am, that's actually...
So you walk into the pantry, and it is an absolute macabre scene. Just countless bodies piled on top of each other, arms, limbs torn to shreds. This giant really did a good job in just absolutely massacring everything. Floor to ceiling shelves covered the wall of this pantry. There's various salts and meats and loaves of bread, all splattered with blood. But among the piles of bodies, you see something stirring beneath the piles of bodies.
Okay, I would approach it carefully, stealthily if I can.
Before you
don't need to roll. There's nothing of danger. There's no creatures that'll detect you. So you go over and you see that something's stirring beneath the bodies. So it is just absolutely gruesome. But you kind of remove arms and legs and heads, and you dig out 3 intact bodies that are also injured and unconscious. There's 3 of your friends, Amiri, Harem, and Valerie. All appear to have been fighting that giant and have been defeated but not killed.
Wow. That's rough.
Oh my god, you guys are okay.
They are in a really, really terrible shape. They're not like rolling death saves. They're more like unconscious, but you can see that they have bones broken. It appears that they had earlier tried to fight the giant, and probably they're the ones who wounded the giant. So you guys can finally defeat the giant, but they're in bad shape.
And so we said to him, don't worry, we killed that giant.
They're not conscious.
All right.
Okay, so I want to administer first aid so that
Talos, I have a question. Did you happen to drink the healing potion earlier in that fight?
No, I didn't drink any healing potion.
Okay.
I gave him a healing potion, I think, at one point.
Yeah, exactly. You gave Talos a healing potion, right? Talos,
it was one of my...
Did you tell the other...
mine.
Did you tell the other 2 what ancestry you are?
Oh, no, I didn't. I am a Dampier.
Talos, you're not feeling so good.
Oh.
Oh, no.
I'm
here.
I'm increasing your wounds to 14.
Okay, so healing potions, they damage me.
Oh, yeah. It's holy magic. To make healing potions.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood. I thought only like healing magic, but I thought healing potions okay.
Yeah, healing potion. The only thing that doesn't harm you is Linzi's Soothe spell. That's a non-holy healing spell.
Okay, good to know.
So my healing spell would harm as well.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't think you cast a healing spell on
him. I haven't cast one. Not on him. No, not yet. But I don't think so.
No, Linzi cast Soothe on him, but that doesn't hurt him.
Yeah. Okay.
So you drag out the bodies of these 3 of your friends. It's Harem, that nihilistic dwarf. It's Amiri, that barbarian lady. It appears that her sword was knocked out of her hand. It's in a corner somewhere. And it's Valerie, that armored knight of Shailene. They're all three of them have been battered badly by this giant.
And
They're in
then
bad shape, but they're alive, and they'll probably live, from what you see.
and the gnome ran away. The gnome sorcerer,
Linzi
he
said,
ran away.
he was in the Great Hall. I saw him just turn tail and run like a coward.
Hmm.
She says the Great Hall's right over there, and she goes up to the door, and she's like, "Oh man, the door's stuck."
Wait a minute, Lindsay.
Yeah.
Let's try first to stabilize them before we decided to go, because this battle, if there's more like it's going to kill us. Like, I already died.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't
The
die.
other
You
thing-
just went down.
The other thing is, I want to go up to this door and listen at it to see if I hear any activity in the other room. Can I do that?
Sure. You can listen at the door. You listen at the door. You hear some mumbling.
So I whisper back that there's somebody in this next room.
Somebody crit failed a first aid heal.
Yeah, I was trying to.
Oh no, you
see
did. You
what
did
it
not
does.
crit fail. I'm sorry, I set the wrong DC. That was not a crit fail. Because if you crit fail, you would have put yourself down again with another wound.
Oh no, it was not to myself. I was just trying to skill, because I never used administer first aid, but I wanted to do it to the other guys. So how would that? Can we take a 10 minute and do it? Or
you have to take 10 minutes and then you attempt to target it on yourself or on anybody else. You can target anybody, but once you have made an attempt, you cannot make a second attempt for another hour. But if you're successful in your attempt, you can continue to try to make attempts every 10 minutes.
Right.
okay.
if you're successful,
this kind of healing won't damage a Dampier either. This is like binding wounds and the like.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. Then you said that are they stabilized?
They're stabilized, but they're in no fighting condition. They have broken bones. They have big gaping wounds. They're really badly injured.
Real quick, in the meantime, could I search the blue frost giant's body to see if it has anything?
1 second. I'm actually going to give you a so you want to specifically search the giant's body, right? Or you want to look, because there's crap strewn all over the place.
I guess. Well, actually, I'll look everywhere then if I can.
Yeah. So if you can look all over the place, and there's a massive amount of stuff. But here's the list. This includes his body. You find one thing. You find on one of the guards. You find a magical cloak. You find another healing potion. You find a set of chainmail. You find a set of half plate. You find 15 long swords, all thrown all over the place. The spear that the giant was holding is called a glaive that you find on him. It has a long reach. I'll drop this into the party sheet, actually. That's I
can probably carry more bolts.
Right now, carry weight. Don't worry about it.
Okay. I'll add 8 of those bolts, so the 8 bolts could be deleted, which will bring me up to... I hadn't used any of them yet, but anyways, eventually. I now have 26 bolts. That'll probably last me months. Because my problem with the crossbow is that I've got a shield raised, so I can't really use it until I drop my shield. And it takes the extra action, and I don't have a cantrip that is only one action. That's an attacking cantrip.
You can
Minor
cast
ones.
spells while both hands are occupied, unlike 5th edition.
Right, but I can't do it because I don't have enough actions.
Yeah.
Why? If I don't move, I can do it. If I don't move, I can do it. That's true. I can do it if I don't move, but if I move, I can't do it. And I seem to be always moving. Fancy that.
I'm going to take 4 healing potions, one for myself, and then I want to try 1 potion for each people that are extra wounded, so that way they're more stabilized and probably not bleed to death on us.
Right? Yeah, sounds like a good plan to me. Lucky we found some more healing potions. I think there was still some in the party sheet, too. At least one.
Yeah, but we can grab as many as you want, because that's
so
11
you guys, because you found Amiri, Harem, and Valerie and able to pull them out before they suffocated under the bodies of all these other guards, and they will survive. That's experience points for you.
Oh, wow. That's
Woohoo!
good. Yeah.
Do you want me to throw 1 dice for them,
For who?
John? To heal them with 1 potion?
That's up to you. You can just for simplicity, you can just throw it once and do it the same healing for everybody.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to do that.
That'd be a lot easier.
Hopefully it's not a 1.
Here, could I give Linzi a healing potion too, since she's still damaged?
Sure. You'll take it.
Cool. Do you want me to go ahead and roll it for her?
Yeah, just roll it.
Right,
okay, you heal Linzi up to full. Everybody else, I guess, gets 6 healing. So Neg, you're up to full. Scarlet, I believe you're up to full.
Then full.
Why do you have?
I don't drink any.
Why do you have? Hold on. Do you have something weird going on? Why do you have max 4 hit points?
I don't know. It was normal.
Yeah.
I only put wounded 1. That's the only thing that I touched.
Yeah.
It's 20. Should be 20.
Yeah, your 20 should be max. I don't know why it says 4 hit points. Oh, there we go. Never mind. I fixed it. That was my own problem. And Talos, you also heal 6 hit points on yourself. So you go down to there we go. So you have 8 wounds. Yeah. So everybody's looking pretty good. So in Pathfinder, your damage comes real quick, but so does healing. It's not hard to heal everybody up, especially when you have this many healing potions. They're very generous in giving you heal. This is a learner's adventure.
Wait, we cannot give that to Talos.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't think I could drink that.
No, we can't.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. You can't drink that. What are we talking about? You can't drink that.
We got to wait until Lizzie's recharged up to help him.
Linzi is not going to recharge for 8 hours. She used her spell slots to cast Soothe.
Same here. Yeah.
Would you guys mind if we waited an hour so I could medicine myself?
Mm-hmm.
I have no problem with that.
We can't wait. We have to go help, she says.
Oh, that's true.
8 hours means a long rest. Like you guys go to bed.
Right.
So you guys got to go do the best you can with what you got. Unless I mean, I'm not going to stop you from going to bed, but Linzi's refusing to do that. She's going to go off on her own.
I follow Linzi.
No, wait, not the 8 hours, but could we wait 1 hour for a medicine check?
That's up to you. Linzi's chomping at the bitch. She's like, we got to go help.
Well, as long as nobody comes in these doors, I'm willing to burn another hour. As provided, Linzi, I'll ask why is it so pressing? Could we wait another hour?
Well, more people are gonna die. I just I want to help, and we're supposed to be heroes. That's why she's good natured and she wants to help.
Well, why don't I do my now very repetitive trick of letting my shadow owl fly. Open the door slightly and let him fly in there
You
and take a
try to
look and
open
see
a
what
door,
we get.
it's obstructed from the other side. You can't even open it.
Even the one where I am up here?
Oh, that one. That one's locked.
That's the one.
That one's got a lock on
It's
it.
locked.
Yeah.
Damn, I don't have thieves' tools. I could try and unlock it.
We have the crowbar.
Right, but that's going to make probably too much noise to try and stealthily
The
that way.
lock on this one is very intricate, and you'd have to be at least a expert in thievery to try it.
Where we are now. Well, there are other doors. Do they go around? We haven't looked in this door. Down here. Is this one locked at all?
That one has no lock.
I would do the thing with my owl on this one.
You open the door, send your owl in. There's no creatures inside. This is the washroom. It's a room that holds a few large wash tubs, along with some folding screens that provide some privacy, a whole bunch of chamber pots. Doesn't seem like anyone's been here anytime soon.
Yeah, I'll get away from the chamber pot. It doesn't look very nice. And one's tipped over. Ooh. All right. So, and the other door we haven't looked in, but that does not look like it's going in the direction we'd go in, but we should probably try and find out. I will stealthily open this door.
You do the same thing. You stealthily open. Nothing's on the other. No creatures on the underside. I mean, it's a small room. It's comfortably furnished with a bed, a rocking chair, and a small side table with 3 chairs. There's an overturned wooden chest that appears to have recently been rifled through in the middle of the room, and there's a tangle of discarded clothing and personal items.
No golden glory in this room. Time to leave it. And the only other room was up here, but do we want to go?
Wait. Why don't we try the key?
I think we threw the key away because we realized it was for the chest.
I mean, I don't think we threw away. We can try it.
You go back to the chest. You take out that key. It does not fit into this lock up here.
Okay, cool. Let me stealthily open this door and see what we see in here.
Once
I
again,
have my shadow.
You stealthily get your familiar in the door. There's no creatures in the door to roll against. Inside this door, it appears to be some sort of servants' quarters. It's a large room that contains 2 rows of simple beds, along with some slanted southeastern wall. At the foot of each bed is a small wooden chest, although all the lids are open and rifled through.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So
So these Black Tears appears to not only did they murder everybody, but they also went through all the stuff and looted.
Right. So how are we going to get through these doors?
I mean, can we push our way out to the other side?
You want to try in athletics? If you want to try to push against it?
Well, I can aid because I don't have a laser.
I'm trained in it actually, but I'm just not very good at it. But I could try and aid as well.
Yeah, I'm trained and I'm pretty good.
There's only one aid that will apply. Only one person can aid a check.
Okay. Well, I'm only +2, so it probably should be.
I have 0, so
you don't have to use the specific skill to do the aid. You can use a different skill if you can think of a role-playing reason why that would apply.
Okay.
That's the whole idea of aid is you don't want to use the same skill. Otherwise, why not try it yourself?
Well, why wouldn't I take out my dagger and try and fiddle with hinges and try and pry under the tops of the door and the bottom to see if I could somehow loosen them?
Sure, you can use your thievery to aid in athletics check.
Okay,
that makes sense.
Perfect. Here goes. There's my thievery.
That is a critical success. So whoever does the athletics gets a +2 to that check.
Sweet. I'll do that.
I'm gonna go here. I'm afraid.
19 is enough of a success, but you bust the doors open, and you realize that somebody has stacked some furniture on the other side of the door to keep the door closed. As you bust it open, you see on the other side there's a bunch of guards, and they quickly once again shut the door and put the furniture there, and they scream out from the other side, "Who goes there?"
Friends. We are your friends.
Where
We're here to help you.
is that giant still there?
That giant's dead. Both are dead. We felled them.
Oh, really? And then you see, then the door slowly opens as one of the guards pokes his head out. He's like, "Oh my God, they killed the giant! Quick, get in here!" So they open the doors and let you in, and you're back in the Great Hall.
Oh, goody.
Woohoo!
Back in safety.
Okay.
Before anything, I tell them, guys, can you help us with Valerie? I forgot the other two names. I'm sorry. Amari and
Valerie, Harim, and Amiri. So you tell them that there's more injured, and a bunch of guards pour out and go kind of rifle through the bodies to see who's still alive, and they drag the 3 bodies that you found into the Great Hall. So as you look at the Great Hall, I mean, obviously it looks a lot different than it looked before. Hours ago when you were there having a party and eating and drinking. Right now, the Great Hall is an absolute mess. 3 of the long tables have been turned on their sides and pushed against that door that you just busted through. There's a makeshift barricade, and there's a makeshift barricade on the other double door on the opposite end as well. There's broken dishes, goblets, there's bloody stains all over the floor. It appears that there's some massive combat has been taking place here. Lady Jamondi's guards gather at the barricades. You can see there's only 3 of them at this point. Everybody else has been slain. There's a lot of injured guards. There's only 3 of them that are in any shape to help. The other guards are injured. There's like 4 or 5 guards that are badly injured, tending wounds. They're dressing each other's wounds, and they're trying to, they put sheets over the people who have been killed. And you can see from the other end, from the other side, the other double doors, you can see there's some smoke leaking through. Lady Jamondi's servant, Evenzi, you guys met him earlier. He is the lieutenant of the guards. He looks badly injured. It seems like he's been fighting, and he took a really bad wound to his side. He kind of limps over to you. He's like, I didn't think anybody was still alive in there. Oh, but I can't believe you defeated this ogre. But you're safe now. We have this place secure, so nobody can get in or get out. And Evenzi, once he says this, because of his grievous wounds, he slumps down with his back against against one of the tables.
I take one of the potions that I had on me because
oh yeah, he's very noble. He says, "No, don't worry about that. Save it for yourself. We have enough healing tools here. We're gonna make sure everybody's healed."
Okay. Do you know why these groups of thugs attacked here, or is it just the surprise attack? Just so much a surprise to you guys is to us.
He's kind of huffing and puffing. He says, "Well, judging from these thugs' tattoos, I think they're members of the Black Tears. They're an organized gang of killers. I mean, I never thought they'd be brazen enough to attack Lady Jamondi's castle. Never thought they'd be successful, but they had a bunch of giants with them and ogres with them, and it just completely took us by surprise. They came in the middle of the rain when nobody could hear, nobody realized, nobody thought that we'd be attacked in the middle of the night. They just busted through, knocked down the doors, and started swinging and killing anybody they can move, anybody that's moving. It appears that they went directly into the guest quarters and assassinated most of the adventurers. It's thank goodness the rest of you have still survived this. I don't know who would pay them this much money to attempt something like this.
And question, where is Lady Jamonti?
Oh, she ordered me to hold down this feast, this great hall with all the survivors. so nobody else is in any danger. She took the remaining guards that were capable of fighting, the 8 of them, and they went to the west wing. And he points to the opposite end. He says, "But I don't recommend you go there. It was maybe an hour ago before she left, and part of the west wing is on fire right now, so it's very dangerous to go through. I recommend you guys just stay here. I think the leader of these bandits is in the dueling hall, which is at the end of the west hall. That's where Lady Jamandi went, but I recommend we stay here for now. That's what was her orders." And Linzi stamps her foot. She says, "What? We're supposed to be heroes, and we need to help." He says, "You'll be throwing your lives away if you go there. There's more of those assassins, and there's probably more of those giants too. There were at least 5 of them when they attacked. There may be more." And he says, "I mean, just look at what even 2 giants have done to all of my men, and you can see the devastation that these giants have wreaked."
Yeah.
And do you know if Lady Jumanji is capable enough to fight all of them? The rest?
Lady Jamandi is the most powerful sword lord in Restov. She's level 14. I say I believe that she is more than capable of defeating whatever threats are over there, but she wanted to make sure that everybody else is safe. That's why she ordered me to hold down the Great Hall. So I recommend we all stay here. Linzi says absolutely not, because we have to go and help. Linzi wants to go and help.
I'm going to try diplomacy on Linzi to get her to see a little bit of reality, because Talos is very heavily damaged. And
I have a cool question actually.
Well,
am I able to battle medicine myself?
Talos, battle medicine happens in combat. It's the same thing as treat wounds, but because you're here, they have a lot of these guards are very trained in healing. So if you go and approach the guards and ask them to help out, they will help heal you back to full.
Okay, I'm gonna just walk.
Yeah, so you go over there, show how badly injured you are, and the guards 2 guards come over and they start treating your wounds. You are automatically healed up to full.
Thank you. That's very kindly appreciated.
Oh, yeah, that's wonderful.
And I'm gonna go back to the group and I'm going, okay, guys, I'm feeling pretty good now. And
ready to go.
And Linzi, I think when Linzi's right here, we should go. Lady Jamali, let's say she doesn't make it. Worst happens.
Yeah, Linzi says he's right. I heard Lady Jamandi is a great and talented fighter, but how do you know she doesn't need help? How do you know whoever's on the other side of that door is not also level 14? And then the fact that we're there, we can give her a +1 bonus, and she's gonna win.
We could also give her off guard the enemy.
Exactly. We can surround them and make them off guard, and I can sing my bard song, and that +1 from my bard song is what's gonna throw the battle in her favor. He said, because we don't know, and because we're expected to be heroes, we're expected to be kings and queens one day, we can't just cower in the corner like that purple dude. That's the plea she makes to you guys to go, but she will stay with you if you stay.
Scarlet looks at both Talos and Linzi, and I really admire your beauty right now. Okay, you guys convince me.
As a GM and as the adventurer, you don't have to go. Just to let you know. This is a little bit of a railroaded adventure, but there's nothing forcing you to actually go and go into the West Wing. It's on fire. I mean, it's dangerous.
I want to ask these guards who are here, by any chance, do any of you have any thieves' tools? I mean, no offense, but not all of you look that honest. I mean,
so the guards kind of look at each other, and you can roll a diplomacy.
Okay. Here we are.
That's enough for a success.
Okay.
So the guards kind of look at each other, and one of the guards says, "Sam, just give him your thieves' tools." And the other guard says, "I don't have thieves' tools." He's like, "Sam, half of us are dead. If the Avengers need some help, just give them some help, okay? Everybody knows you're a freaking thief." And then Sam just kind of like hangs his head in shame, and he just hands you his thieves' tools.
As he hands them to me, we can hear all sorts of coins jiggling in his pockets. And awesome. I will get thieves' tools on my. Well, and I asked them, yeah, so what's the loot like through those stores? No, I don't ask them
that. So Sam's like, talk to me later, okay? I'm not in front of Linzi. I mean, I need this job. I have a wife and kids, and
now the item I'm getting is just thieves' tools, right?
yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah.
It's not a tools kit. Yeah. Okay. Because I think it is player core. There isn't a thieves' tools for player core. There's just thieves' toolkit. Thieves Toolkit Infiltrator, Thieves Toolkit Infiltrator Picks, and Thieves Toolkit Replacement.
It would be the standard regular thief toolkit.
Thieves Toolkit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would
cool.
it would be the level 0 or level 1 kind of item. It won't be that special thieves toolkit with special lock picks, and you have to get that separately.
Yep. Okay. Cool. I will put this one on. No, go ahead.
No, go ahead to finish.
Well, we're debating, but it sounds like the three of you are sold on the idea of going into this extremely dangerous, to the west, to help the lady.
Linzi,
are you all three sold?
Linzi pulls on your sleeve because that's what the heroes do, Nig. Heroes like you.
But heroes are also wise, and they don't, rush willy-nilly into the face of perilous danger with no chance for success.
Linzi looks disappointed when you say this to her. But she will listen to what you say. You have a very high affinity with her.
Well, I just don't know if I know enough. If we know enough, I'll say this to everybody, if we know enough of how dangerous it is, we don't know for sure how many giants are there. Perhaps there's a way for us to suss out the situation without running in there brashly. Maybe we can still go, but go in such a manner that we can discern what the danger is.
So, what if we go stealthily until we see what's happening? Maybe we go stealthily till we find Jamandi. We don't have to find everyone along the way.
Sure.
I mean, the thing is that where we have to go, there's fire. So,
Right.
FNC, what would be the best route to get there if the hallway is on fire right now?
So Evenzi says, well, generally the only way into the hallway is through those double doors. He says, I did hear that there may be a secret entrance, in the other door, and he points to the other door you can see. He says that the problem is that door's locked from the other side, and there's no way to open it from this side. He says when the villains attacked, Lady Jamandi pulled the mechanism that slammed down all the portcullises in the castle, and that locked the floors, it locked the windows, it locked all the exits. So there's no way in and no way out.
Only through the double doors.
And if we touch that right now, would it be dangerous because we're letting all the enemy and everybody able to escape?
He says, I don't know what's on the other side of that door, but you can see the smoke coming from beneath it. It's clearly on fire. And he says, if you walk into that smoke, you're not even going to be able to breathe. It's going to be dangerous in there.
Well, it sounds like this is a job for Jaco the Shadow Owl. Because he can always go and do his phantasm shift, whatever it's called.
Recall
I'd
familiar.
I'd at least be willing to open the door and a bit and let him fly in just to see what he sees. I mean, he does come back to me.
So as you go over to the door, and one of the
Okay.
guards helps out by removing the blockade from the door. You touch the door. It's already kind of, it's not hot, but it's kind of warm to the touch. There is a
Right.
thick smoke coming from beneath the door. Do you want to send your familiar in?
Ooh. I call everyone over and say, take a look at this smoke. This does not look safe.
No, and do you see that Scarlet moves backwards?
If somebody wants to try a medicine check, I can tell you about the smoke.
I'll try it.
I wouldn't know that, so.
Not with that medicine check.
She's too scared of fire.
Not with that medicine
Oh,
check.
that'd be better.
You know what? I'm going to be very intelligent. Guys, what can you tell me about this smoke? And ask one of the soldiers that looks very medicine-like. Hi, you know.
All right, so there's enough soldiers that at least one of them is going to kind of have a clue about how bad the smoke is. He comes over, he kind of takes a look at it. He's like, I was a builder, a couple of years ago before I took on this soldiering job, and I do know how bad things get when buildings are on fire and when you can go in. And this smoke is so thick that when you go in there, you're not going to have a long time before the smoke starts choking you, and you can actually suffocate and die if you breathe too much of this. He says, but we do have a trick from in terms of when we were fighting fires. If you take a wet cloth and put it over your mouth and face and breathe through the wet cloth, it'll filter out some of the smoke, so it won't be as bad. But still, when you go in there and start breathing smoke, it's going to be dangerous. So the fortitude check that you need to check inside the smoke goes down.
And of course, there's no way for me to fix a cloth over the beak of my shadow owl, I'm sure.
You can do that as well. That's fine.
Well, then I would open it enough for my shadow owl to go in and let my shadow owl go in. I'm going to do that.
You
just to get it.
You open it up, and it's your owl can barely see anything because of how thick the smoke is. He flies around
Even with
for a
his
while, and you see through his eyes that it opens up to a wide hallway filled with billowing smoke. The hallway on both sides has rooms with with doors open, and all the there's appears to be 5 rooms that are just on fire. At the end of the hallway is another set of double doors with a locking mechanism on it. That's what you're facing on the other side of that door.
I tell the party.
Your owl already begins suffocating as it's flying through there. And
I call him back.
Well, you don't have to call him back. He flies back. He's not that bad.
Yeah.
So he flies back, and you can tell he starts coughing and hacking, just having flown in there. So that the minute you step through those doors, you're going to be challenged with something that can potentially choke you.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
Since I'm technically undead,
yeah,
does that mean I need to breathe?
You're not undead. You are half undead, so you still need to breathe, and you still need to eat.
Okay.
Dampierre's not full. That's why I limit full undead characters. Like if you're a skeleton,
cool.
You can walk in there fine. You're immune to some of this stuff, but
well, not to fire though.
Yeah, not to fire. So what you know is beyond those doors is a long hallway. There's no creatures in the hallway that seem to be any threat. There's bodies on the floor, but there's no living creatures that you saw. And there are 5 rooms. All 5 of them are blazing on fire. And at the end of the hallway is a double door.
Yeah. So I explained it to the party that the double doors at the other end of the hallway is the only place it looks like we could possibly.
So as you explain it to the party, the guard overhears you. He says, well, the thing is, if you open those double doors, the smoke is just going to pour through those double doors. You got to close it quickly. And I think those double doors are locked. Because I'm sure Lady Aldori went that way. And she probably locked it behind her because those double doors are reinforced and they won't burn so fast. So to keep the fire contained.
Is the locking mechanism as such that a thief's tools could be used to open it, or is it?
You can try, but it's a pretty hefty lock.
Yeah. Sounds
So
like
yeah, of
there's.
course that'll be a hard breakthrough for solo through 2. Do you guys have?
Yeah.
Sounds like I just. I think that there's nothing heroic to be gained by doing this. There's just death, sorrow, and foolishness.
Well,
It doesn't.
Lindsay says we should try to put out those fires. I mean, you know what good can be had if the whole manor burns down?
Oh, that's a good
And Lindsay
point.
goes to the guards. You guys should be trying to put out the fires too, instead of hiding in here. He's has a lot of bravado.
Yeah.
Okay, but how would
I'm
we put out the fires though? Like we would need a lot of
buckets of
So
water.
water.
one of the guards says, I mean, you can try to smother the fires. We don't have any access to water right now, but if you can try to smother the fires, if you have some sort of magic that can put out the fires, that would work too.
Yeah, I don't have any magic that can put out the fires unless Lindsay does. I'm pretty sure I don't.
Oh, I just used all my spell slots. We don't have 8 hours to
Yeah.
sleep, she says.
Also, like
But then one of the guards says, but wait a second. I remember that Lady Aldori has a secret shrine in that hallway. And maybe if you can get to that shrine, that it's got magical powers, it'll infuse you with magic, and maybe you can, use some of your magic again.
But when just now my owl flew a little ways in and I couldn't see any such shrine. Are you sure it's there?
Yeah, I've seen her go through it herself. It's just right next to the northern wall. There's a little opening, and you just push it open. Your owl, the smoke was too thick, so your owl wasn't able to see anything like that.
So we have to get to the shrine. That might give us enough recharge, but even if I have no arcane or occult or divine skill to deal with fire. What about you, Lindsay? Is this something that
Lindsay kind of opens up her little journal. I got ink shot, soothe, and true strike.
I don't think that's going to help us. Unless, yeah. I'm trying to think if my spells would do it, but no, I just have spirit and.
Scarlet gained her reasoning back. The bravado of both Lindsay and Talos went off when Nick started saying again the dangers, and she's fear of fire. I really don't know if we really should, because I mean she's level 14.
Don't drink that potion of bark skin. That's not a good idea.
Oh yeah, no. I don't want to be a living flame.
Actually, at this time, we're kind of at the end of tonight, so you guys can actually discuss out of character in the session how you want to proceed if you want to continue talking about it.